Old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservations. Larry's Steakhouse.
The Hyundai Ionic 9 is a 3-row electric SUV with over 300 miles of range, ultra-fast charging capability, and lots of space. Lots of space. The all-new Hyundai Ionic 9 has space in an EV. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details. EPA estimated range for Ionic 9 based on a fully charged battery for comparison purposes only. Actual range will vary based on several factors. So, mentioned earlier that J.J. McCarthy is on the top 5 list of most pressured quarterbacks in the NFL. Because, again, last year, Vikings draft him, move up a spot to take him. He gets hurt in preseason. It's Sam Darnold's gig. Sam Darnold has the career year that leads him to Seattle. And now Minnesota is saying, guess what? It's your job to go get J.J. McCarthy. And it's a ready-made team. I mean, this is a team that was one game shy of the 1 seed in the NFC last year and then wound up being a 5 seed and got one and done in Los Angeles. So there's lots of expectation here. J.J. McCarthy meeting with the media in his first mandatory mini camp as the starter.
The thing I learned about myself is, just the weight that I hold every single day and just showing up, being the same guy every single day, bringing that attitude, effort, and energy. It infects, the whole group. And it's just so amazing to see, Ryan Kelly, Blake Brandel, Brian O'Neill, all these guys step up and, be this one cohesive unit. And, it just really makes me truly excited, just to get back here, fall camp again. But, it's just the biggest thing I learned is that, the things that I can control mean so much more than, I ever even thought. And it's just awesome doing it with a great group of guys.
All right. Every time he opens his mouth, you just leave your... I'm obviously biased, but aren't you impressed? Every time he opens his mouth?
I was very impressed when we met him at the draft, and I'm still rooting for him. I like him a lot.
We are all in on this guy, man.
I asked about how he's improved with his throwing. Here was his answer.
You think that you've grown the most from when you got here last year, just as a pure thrower of the football, to where you are right now?
Pure thrower of the football, I believe I've grown the most on just the different level of trajectories of throws. At Michigan, I was kind of a one-speed pitch kind of guy, had a couple deeper balls with level 3 throws and stuff like that, but just working on that 2-ball and, different paces to the pitches and, ball location and all that, because at the end of the day, we want as much yak and rack as possible. So.
I love it because, guys, when I was at Michigan, I was just a pure speaker of the language. And then after I left Michigan, I learned different inflections, different ways of phrasing things. And pardon me for saying, look at me now.
Look at you. Look at us.
What is a pure thrower of the football? What does that mean?
I told you
what's an impure thrower? Because if Phillip Rivers is an impure thrower of the football.
Yes, Phillip Rivers is.
This might get him to the Hall of Fame.
Tim Tebow, impure thrower of the football.
I don't know if he's going to the Hall of Fame.
I told
he's
you.
in the Heisman house, though.
There's no additives or preservatives in his throw. It's just pure.
It's just a pure
throw.
Come on, JJ.
Organic.
JJ. We're all in on JJ.
Did you like how I compared myself to JJ McCarthy?
Wasn't lost on us.
Yak and rack, baby.
Yak and rack.
Yak and rack, baby.
Like Peep and Rally?
And throw the F out of the football.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their tools, but to protect their professional reputations. Whether it's inside or outside of work vehicles, a WeatherGuard badge means pros can trust that their hard-earned name is in good hands. Since 1968 and every day since, WeatherGuard has been protecting anything it takes to build a professional reputation. WeatherGuard, established in 1968, proven every day. WeatherGuard.com.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
Hey, Righty, you feeling okay? You've been dragging all day.
Ugh, don't even talk to me, Lefty. These shoes are a disaster. My arch is crying.
Dude, we have to go to Fleet Feet. They have a 3D scanner to customize shoes for every foot.
Wait, like custom fit? For me?
Yes, you and me. They have the top brands such as OnCloud, Brooks, and Hoka, plus many more.
Fleet Feet, where fit happens. Schedule your appointment at fleetfeet.com or come in today and treat your feet right. Find your perfect pair at Fleet Feet.
It may be hot outside, but in Russell's, the clothing is light, bright, and beautiful. Hi, I'm Rhonda with Russell's, and we have a great inventory of cool, lightweight, colorful apparel for all your summer needs. Lots of dresses, skirts, tops and tees for the ladies, and for the men, it's shorts, polos, swimwear, and t-shirts just for starters. Feel good and look even better when you shop for summer apparel at Russell's in downtown Washington, where it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers.
UBE and Pireware.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at Pireware.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Afternoon, everybody.
We got Jarrett here. Hey, Jarrett.
Hey.
And we got left side.
Strong side.
What's up, Chandler? How you?
The little guy. It was just such a fresh of breath air.
Well said, Chuck.
Come on, Chuck. I will read it verbatim. The Masters tournament is special.
Hold on, you'll read it what?
Verbatim. Verbatim.
How do you spell that? That word you just said, how do you spell it?
I have no clue.
Say it one more time. You're going to read it
verbatim.
That's how you said verbatim.
Verbatim. That's what I said.
No, you did not.
I said verbatim.
Nope. None. No. There's a very low percentage of this
that is smiles and glory holes. Very low percentage.
Loneliness is worse than COVID. It's a proven fact.
I'm not talking about this.
Correct.
That's all. I love y'all, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, welcome in to a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live, a Hawaiian shirt Friday for some, just a regular old Friday for others. Appreciate you tuning in on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. And you can find us on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. What is on your mind on this Friday? We got a lot of guests to get to, including Danny Beal, who will join us live from New Jersey, I believe, as he is playing with the Down East Bird Dogs, and they are on the road this weekend. We'll talk to Danny about that and his recent trip to Fenway Park. Also, we'll talk some NFL with Tony Dunn. Got some over-unders. Jarrett threw out some over-under win totals on Thursday. I jotted down a few that I will be presenting to the audience today as far as who will win more, who will win less. I need an under because I got 3 overs right now. I need to find a good under out there. But we will talk about that. Also got Caiden Norman joining us. News coming out on social media that Jake Garcia could potentially be finding a new home, and that new home being the Michigan Wolverines. So we will talk about that with Caiden Norman coming up, get his thoughts on the former Pirate QB, and also talk some football and everything else going on in the world of sports with Caiden. Got Morgan Ahlers joining us, voice of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium and Minges Coliseum. Danny Beal will join us, and joining us live to kick off today's show, Dixon Williams sliding in, joining us on the show. What's up, Dixon?
What's going on?
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see y'all.
So did you really? Where are you coming from?
California.
Yeah, like you literally were there when I talked to you last night.
Yeah, I got home at 8:00 this morning.
Man, all right. Well, thank you for making some time for us. I got Shirley Rhodes in the house looking awesome in her rubber duck Hawaiian shirt. Also, Shirley was glad you were coming in, Dixon. She wants an updated picture with you, and I love that this picture will be with Shirley in that shirt. So forever, awesome. You and Dixon, the picture that you want to take will be you in that shirt. So that's fantastic. We got Jared Watkins, also known as J-Bone from Pirate Radio, joining us too. We need to hear
Jared Watkins, also known as J-Bone.
Thank you, Zach Kaplan, for that. Let's check in with Chat Gang real quick, and we'll talk to Dixon. If you got a question for Dixon, you can get it in. He'll be hanging out with us here for 20, 30 minutes or so. Chad says, bang, bang, Chat Gang.
Bang, bang.
We got a new bang, bang soundbite for you there, Chad. Jamie says, hey now.
Hey now.
Go Pacers. Pacers and Thunder, Game 4, coming up tonight in Indiana. Jamie says, Clip, I'm willing to keep this home run betting going as long as possible. You have my word. I will not bet the day as long as it lasts. We got to get into that. Let's go ahead and do it real quick. So earlier this week, Dixon, it's weird talking gambling with you here, but every time I bet on a guy to hit a home run, it never hits, but he always hits one the next day. Okay. It happened this week with Ronald Acuna Jr. So I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start helping out the public. I'm going to tell you who I'm betting to hit a home run. Don't bet him that day, but bet him the next day. Well, I did that Wednesday. I said Christian Walker will hit a home run, and he did. Yesterday, I said, I called him Isaac Paredes. I think his name is Isaac Paredes for the Astros.
Isaac is the one you got wrong. The first name's that's crazy.
Isaac. Last night, 5th inning, Shirley. What happened?
Do what they want.
Paredes gets into one, high and deep to left field, all the way back and gone. Number 15 on the air for Isaac Paredes and the Astros.
Isaac Paredes.
2 once again, it's 4-2.
He says it again here.
Isaac Paredes.
My new favorite player. A little plus 455 if you're scoring at home there.
Good for you.
So I'm going to give out another name. Y'all can't bet him tonight. I am, but you can't.
You're gatekeeping now?
Well, I'm trying. Look, if he doesn't hit one tonight, he will tomorrow. I'm taking Matt Olson. They're facing a righty. Friday night, home Braves. They're going to score some runs. Give me Matt Olson for the home run. There you go, Jamie. And Joel says Coastal up early on Zona 2-0. Dixon, is it tough to see Coastal there, knowing how close you were to knocking those guys off?
Yeah, watching it's a little tough, but obviously, wanted to see them win and UTSA as well. I mean, rooting for those guys would be good for us.
I swear, when you guys went to Conway, I was like, well, we're going to come out of this weekend with Coastal being, to use a wrestling term, the heel, the big bad. Turns out Florida was the bad guy.
Yeah.
And Coastal, we almost respected them, right? Jared, you were there.
Yeah, I went in like, screw these fans, screw this place. I hate this team. And then, I love Kevin Schnall now. I like this team.
Yeah. Kevin O'Sullivan decided to be the big bad guy. Deep. Are we calling that a raw?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, no. Out of the glove.
He didn't catch it.
There's no way he didn't catch that.
Just had a fly ball deep to left. Left fielder climbs the wall. Has it in the glove, it appeared. But somehow it drops for a home run. Wow. Went from a robbed home run to a home run there. It is now 2-1. Coastal still leading Arizona.
Glove. I think it's when he hits the wall.
Oh, okay. We totally missed that. Never caught it. Never. Yeah. Good effort, but could not get to it. Dixon, this story is done and dusted at this point, as Zach Kaplan would say. But just can I get your brief take on the Florida interaction? Like, what did you see? Did you see anything with your own eyes?
Yeah, so I had a pretty good angle of this. I'm walking in behind Parker. I'm about, 20, 30 feet behind him. And so I see him talk, like the coach talking to him, and I'm like, oh, they know each other. Everybody knows Parker.
Yeah.
And sure enough, Parker's like, so the board's big, so you can't hold it without two hands. So he's holding it like this, and he says what he says, and Parker's like, does a full turn. You talking to me? And so that was my angle, and then I heard him say, yeah, I'm talking to you, MFer. And so I was like,
he's worse.
I was like, oh, he's being for real. I was just like in shock, I guess. I was like, this is unreal. I'd never seen anything like that before baseball. Like, nothing baseball related. It was just, he was mad we got an hour of sleep, I guess.
He was mad at the world. Again, and we'll get Cliff on, and I'll ask him, and he probably won't say anything, but I'm still shocked that Cliff didn't lose his mind. And Parker, in his story, said Cliff finally got in there and basically told him to shut up, and Parker stopped there. But,
he was cool the whole time.
Man, good for him. Yeah.
Yeah, it really surprised me.
Yeah.
I thought it was about to go down.
We had Evan Voliva on the show. He said 2018 Cliff might have been different than 2025 Cliff in that situation. But hey, y'all got the win. You got 2 wins against those guys, and
that's right.
Made for a great regional. And man, what a game that Sunday, where 1-0. Man, that was a great ball game, and just couldn't quite get that run across.
Yeah, it was a tough one. Definitely a pitch match.
Well, Dixon, we'll talk about your career a little bit, but I want to talk about what's next. You will be going to, well, first of all, what were you doing in California? Was that a personal trip or a baseball trip?
Yeah, baseball. Had a couple workouts out there with some teams, and then started off in New York, then went out to Cali for a couple days.
What is that? Just swinging and defense? And
yeah, it's more so like your pro style tryout. Like you just take a couple ground balls at your spot, hit some BP.
Yeah, I've done that on Road to the Show. I know how that goes.
Yeah. What year was that? 20. They quit doing it.
Oh, really?
East versus West. You remember that?
Huh. I don't know. I remember the one around COVID time. I played that one all the time. And I just remember
21.
fielding some balls. And
yeah, that was the last time they did it.
Yeah.
They quit doing that.
So you're invited to the MLB Draft Combine, correct?
Yes.
So we see the football combine. That's very famous. Basketball as well. But football combine, I talked to these guys, and like Rajay, he's training for the combine drills. It's not even a lot of football. It's a 40. It's doing whatever sprint, like all kinds of different drills and stuff. Is it similar for baseball, or is it more baseball? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, football, those guys train like 3 months for that. But this is more meetings. So you'll be talking with, I guess, a lot of the guys within the organization. So it'll be you and them in the room kind of thing is what I've gotten from it. So, and you can hit BP, run the 60, do all that stuff too.
Right.
There, or you can opt out of that and just do the meetings.
Well, we've asked you enough dumb questions, so you should be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Like, are you a dog or a cat? I wonder, do they ask you dumb questions like that, or
no?
So they won't realize?
They'll ask you. There are some questionnaires that are like, I guess just like good people questionnaires. Like, do you put your shopping cart up?
Oh man, we talked about that the other day on the show.
Yeah.
Who would say no to that?
I'm the worst person in the world, actually.
What? Have you ever told a one-legged man to stick a whiteboard up his butt? Kevin O'Sullivan had to answer yes on that.
7.999 billion people said no.
Yeah.
One guy's like, of course. What else would I tell him?
I had a bad morning, okay? Leave me alone.
I got an extra hour of sleep. I was grumpy. All right? Give me a break.
So, Dixon, would you like to come on this show and announce one more year at ECU?
Yeah, I would love to do that. I don't know.
But you won't be doing that? Nah, man. So you kind of knew all along that this was it for you, basically?
I wouldn't say that. No. I mean, anything can happen. So,
right.
The draft for baseball is a weird thing, so it's definitely not out of the cards.
Okay. Still a possibility. But you've got enough, I guess, feedback from what, teams and I don't know. Do you have an agent?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Kind of, but like I said, I mean, they can tell you all these things, but
sure,
stuff, guys don't sign or guys want more money, and then you end up falling down boards or going up boards. So it's a different process than anything.
The MLB draft is really different than any other sport when it comes to the money.
Yeah, you'll see guys, maybe they want more money, but necessarily don't have to go in the first round. So, and some guys will take less money to go in the first round. So,
yeah, I think we've seen instances where I don't know about number one overall pick, but early in the draft, good players won't get selected because they know that they can't pay them enough or whatever. Like,
right.
It's crazy.
Right. Or you got the same caliber player, but one's willing to take less money.
Right.
You might see him go 1-1 compared to a guy who wants more money.
Where is the draft combine, Dixon?
Is in Arizona.
All right, Arizona. And that is when? End of the month?
I think it's like a bunch of days, like the 18th to the 22nd, but I think my flight was the 18th and I come back the 20th, so you don't have to stay there the entire time.
You and Ethan Young going to be a part of that?
Yep. I haven't talked to him, but I'm sure he'll be heading out there, but yeah, I haven't talked to him much about it. I'll see him out there.
Dixon, if you do go on to play professional baseball, there will be some returning Pirates, and a lot of folks, focus on the players leaving, and the portal has been around long enough now, and I've been doing this show long enough to, it doesn't even affect me anymore, really, if we lose, 15 guys, Jarrett?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, whatever. That's unfortunately, that's what it is. I've focused more on the returners, and I am very pleased with what ECU has returning next year with Norby, with Irby, Colby, Herring, Barrett, the bunch of core guys returning for this Pirate baseball team next year.
Yeah, I thought those videos are a great idea because, like you said before, maybe 2 years ago you would just see the guys leaving and then everybody's
you freak out.
Right. And now you have these videos to show actually what we have coming back, and you got a good core group there, and excited for those guys. And obviously we didn't finish the way we wanted to, but I have no doubt those guys will get back there and prove something.
Saw your move to shortstop late in the year. Other than that, Dixon, and I think you even alluded to it maybe in one of the interviews, that something behind the scenes that, the team's coming closer together or whatever. But what did change down the stretch for you guys that led to the victories?
I guess I think it ultimately came to the point where we realized this could be our last game in the conference tournament. So it was just do or die in a way, and we just came together as a team, and nobody was playing for their own stats or we were just playing for each other, in my opinion. And I think everybody could tell compared to probably the 2 months before that, it was bad baseball. And then next thing you know, it's like a completely different team. So it was just one of those special situations that baseball can bring out in teams.
You've always had like a very calm demeanor, never too high or too low. But even talking to you during the season, you can say whatever you want, but you did say like, we're going to figure this out. Everybody relax, that kind of thing. And I guess you meant what you said, because you believed the whole way through that you had something with this team, right?
Yeah, I think the whole us as a team, we always had the internal belief that we were going to get there, and it's hard to balance because you don't want to be like, oh, we're going to make it to a regional, because it's not everybody does that, but it seems that we do. And so I was believing it the whole way, and then you get to the end, and it's like, oh, we got to start winning some ball games to get where we want to go. But yeah, everybody in the clubhouse was believing for sure.
Now, how about at the top with Cliff and Palumbo? Those guys have had so much success; they are not used to losing games. So, how was it, hearing from them all season?
Yeah, it was interesting. Just a lot of team meetings. You gotta do whatever you gotta do to get everybody to buy in. And so at the end, you saw we started getting rid of some people, and I think that ultimately helped us out, because anybody that didn't believe, we were just like, get them out. Just go ahead and get them out now.
There you go. Jared, a question for Dixon? No. No further questions? How about, it seems like a guy gets hot, Dixon, every postseason, conference tournament and regional. And I think for this team, it was Austin Irby, who was just scorching there at the end. How about watching, what was it like, Dixon? You were a freshman that didn't get a ton of playing time. We saw you really blossom as a sophomore. But how about that guy at the end of his freshman year hitting the way he did?
It didn't surprise me, because that dude has a ton of confidence, and we kind of knew it all year. It was just like, when's this guy going to break out? And, dude, it was like he couldn't get out. I don't know. He might have got out, 3 times, 4 times the entire regional. But super talented, and we always believed in him. So I was happy for him, for sure.
That confidence carried over to his defense as well. Made some awesome plays, scoops at first, great catches, foul territory. So
yeah, he's a good player.
How about your defense, Dixon? Just sliding in the shortstop late in the year and playing a great shortstop. What was you've played baseball your whole life, right? So part of it's natural, but man, it's got to be tough at the end of the year playing the toughest position in the infield. So how was that for you?
Yeah, it was different, because everybody's at second I was talking a lot, but at shortstop you really have to communicate with the guys. So, and that's not my forte, I would say. So
right.
After every game I was just exhausted, man, because I'm just screaming the entire game, it felt like, because that's what I had to do. I had to over-exaggerate it in a way. But yeah, I got out of my comfort zone and was glad I was able to do that to help the team.
Are you going to be at second for the combine or with these tryouts the last few days?
Everybody goes over to short.
Okay.
So, like, even third basemen you take like 5 ground balls at short. So, I mean, like I said, I just try to be an athlete over there, go get everything, and make up for the arm strength maybe a little bit, or the lack thereof.
Well, this could really help you, Dixon, with teams to go in and say, I could play, like you said, athlete. Just put me somewhere, because you've had a lot of experience different places here at ECU.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal, just to be able to say, hey, you can stick me anywhere. I'll go make some plays for you, and then come in and hit. So that's the main thing.
Jamie says, were you contacted at all from teams trying to poach you?
Poach me?
Yeah, like during the off season, hey, Dixon, come play.
College teams?
Yeah,
like last year.
I guess it would be freshman, sophomore year.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I never had guys reaching out to me. I guess the problem nowadays is the coaches reach out to guys' agents, and then these agents are making deals for the guys, and all they have to say is yes or no. So I think that makes it easier for them, instead of being like it actually being a conversation with the player.
And it's probably technically legal if you go about it that way. It's pretty slimy, obviously, but like,
yeah, I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah.
So, but guys can tell their guys that. Yeah, I'm open to agreements, but I would, even if I had a guy that was doing that for me, I don't know. I don't see it that way. I would have told him to not close the door.
I'm glad you chose the path you did, Dixon, but after a freshman year, you're a great ball player. You didn't see the field much. Were there, thoughts of you leaving East Carolina for somewhere?
No, never that. I just hope, guys will see that you don't have to. You might not play right away, but that's something my dad he never let me quit a team, or anytime I committed to a basketball team or a baseball team, I finished out the season. So I think a lot of it does start from there, and people kind of got to see that if you stick it out, good things will happen.
Man, that's great to hear, and a good message to pass along. And that has been not just you, Dix. I mean, Connor Norby couldn't hit a baseball his first year at East Carolina. Carter Spivey couldn't get anybody out his first year at ECU. And we're talking about All-Americans at ECU by the time they finish their career. So, and it makes you feel good, too. Like, I did not like putting in tobacco with my dad growing up as a kid, but, like, you did feel good after a hard day's work. Then, like, I don't know, it makes you, if you earn something and stick it out like you did, you got to feel good about it, right? Your career here at ECU.
I think you hear plenty of stories like that from guys from ECU, just sticking it out, and then you see good things happen. But a lot of people don't understand that when you're sitting there just watching baseball, being around it every day and maybe not playing, you learn a lot that way too. So it definitely helps. Whereas if you're the man from day one and all you're doing is playing, you might not be learning some of those lessons behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's a good point. I asked, Jake Hunter, what did he focus on, learn more of when he was out injured? And he said being a better teammate. And he said, he couldn't do the physical stuff, but could be around you guys. And he was proud of himself. Not that he was a bad teammate before, probably, but he said that's what he kind of focused on. And man, was glad he and Riley could show out and perform well to end their careers this year.
Yeah, and you take a look at both of them, and they're ultimate teammate guys playing for the team, and they have a lot of success. And I think that just goes to show you when you care about the guys you're playing with, your performance will take care of itself.
All right, talking to Dixon Williams here inside the Pirate Radio studios. We've got a question. He's got another few minutes here. So, Dixon, what's your day-to-day like now? You still getting in swings and stuff like that, or you relaxing?
I did, because I was hitting a little bit because I had those workouts coming up, and then I'll probably just be lifting, like working out every day, and probably taking a little mental break, because I think after the draft, it does go pretty quick. You get thrown into the fire a little bit, so I want to be ready for that for sure.
Yeah, I try to figure out what a college player's off season is, because you go from college. Jarrett, you were out there at the Yard Gnomes the other day, a couple Pirates out there.
Yeah.
We talked to Jake Hunter. He went from the regional to the MLB Draft League and, like, started in a game 3 days after the ECU season. Like, it's crazy what you guys do.
Right. Yeah, last summer I took a week break, headed up to play summer ball, played 40-some games, and then you come back and you're inter squad in 2 weeks after that, and then you get a month at Christmas break and you're right back into inter squad. And so
you got to love it, I hope.
Yeah, it can be a lot, but you also have to take advantage of that downtime and really give yourself a little bit of off time, because if not, it can burn you out. So you got to be careful of that.
Yeah, you mentioned Austin Irby, and you talked about his confidence. He's got a smile on his face a lot too, Dixon, and it seems like he has fun playing baseball. Like, winning is fun, I know, but can you still get the joy out of baseball like you did when you were a kid?
Yeah, that was a big part down the stretch too. I forgot to bring it up, but like, we talked about it a lot, just being excited to do the things we do. And when you bring that excitement, it's infectious. And other guys kind of grab onto it, and you'll see everybody start to smile. So, yeah, having fun is definitely a big part of it.
I think I've heard you or Ethan or maybe both say, like, you get to do it, not have to do it, like right. That attitude.
Yeah.
And we saw that in the team down the stretch, definitely. Jamie said, question, have you seen clips post on Twitter about you when you had a highlight? Well,
had a highlight?
I think he's referring to, like, things I would post if you hit a home run.
Did you post it? What, you text me?
I was going to get to that. One time Dixon got upset because you were like, hey, man, hadn't been getting any texts from you after I hit a home run. I was like, my bad. I didn't know you liked it. You enjoyed it. Yeah, Jamie, I would send those personally to Dixon to make sure he saw it, just to pump him up a little bit, give him some confidence.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I always laughed on the bus after the game, and then I sit beside Boucher. But what are you laughing at? I'm like, nothing.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. It's kind of weird. Yeah, Jamie, I would share that just in case Dixon wasn't following me on social media. Cliff Godwin probably has the whole team block me at this point. So, yeah, I don't know. Or mute, not block. I think Cliff had me muted for a while.
You're good now. Season's over.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to talking to Cliff. But he has been trying to figure out who's going to be on his roster for next year. And like we said, got some great Pirates returning. Well, Dixon, you are a local kid like myself. Went from Conley. I went Conley, Pitt, ECU. So I got the whole trifecta. But from Conley to ECU, are you kind of ready for, I don't know, the next stage in life where maybe you'll be outside of Pitt County?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think it's really hit me yet.
Yeah.
Probably will in a little bit or later. But yeah, I think so. But I'm definitely appreciative for this town and all the support.
Cool to have Pack, Franny in the dugout helping you guys out, being a part of the team. How much of the rest of your long life will be centered around baseball after your playing days? Are you going to go back to it or find something else to do?
I'm not really sure. I feel like a lot of guys say they won't and end up doing it. So,
Right.
I could be in that boat. Like I said, I'm not sure. You never know when your playing days are going to be over. So it can happen quick. So I'm just going to enjoy these moments right now. And,
Absolutely.
And it could definitely be a possibility in the future.
Yeah, got a long career coming up though. Have you? And man, we keep up with what's going on. Trey Savage moving up to AA.
Oh, yeah.
That's been awesome to see. Zach Agno's had a rough week, but he's had some great success in Major League Baseball. JC, we keep up with all these guys. Josh Gross. Have you talked to those guys about like the next step, like what to expect, that kind of stuff?
I've been texting. JC's been texting me a little bit, but I'll probably end up giving some of those guys a call just to, hear what they have to say.
Yeah.
Because they've been through it and they know a lot more than me. So I'll definitely reach out to those guys. But I saw Trey had 4 walks. Did he walk like the first 4 batters he faced?
I don't know. He gave up a run early, but what was that? A little nerves maybe or something? First
I feel like
AA
the
start.
scouting report was like, don't swing.
Because when you do, you usually don't hit it because he got his number of strikeouts. But yeah, Dixon, we wish you the best of luck. PJ says good luck, DW. Jamie says we'll miss you on the field, and great on the field, great on the show. But we'll keep in touch. It's not goodbye. It's see you later.
Yeah. Maybe I can get on a Zoom call on the golf course like Ryan.
It's funny. He wasn't even in the program then, but like Cliff was so pissed off at Ryan McChrystal for doing that. He was like, Cliff, I'd have hung up on him. I'd have cut the video.
Oh, I know.
Not going to big league me like that.
Yeah.
And then the next time you called him, he was like playing with his girlfriend's dog or something.
Yeah, the dog took over the whole damn interview.
Hold on, Cliff. I got to hit this wedge shot real quick. We'll be back.
Dixon, good luck, buddy. What did Jamie ask for? Oh, I think he wanted one more. Come on, Sean. Just for Sean's at the beach.
Look at Sean.
Couldn't even hang around to see you here today. Hit it, Shirley.
Come on, Sean.
That's the updated version. Long sigh.
Is that the deep breath?
That's I said, JC, give me an updated come on, Sean. And
come on, Sean.
Beautiful.
That's
Dixon,
nuts.
Good luck, man.
Good stuff. Thank y'all.
We'll talk to you again down the road.
Sure.
There's Dixon Williams. We'll take a break, come back, more to go. Hour 1, Pirate Radio Live after this.
The crack of the bat. The roar of the crowd. Baseball is back in Kinston. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
What's the Down East Bird Dogs pay?
The crack of the bat. The roar of the crowd. Baseball is back in Kinston. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
What's the Down East Bird Dogs pay?
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
Jeff Stein here at Brown & Wood, and there's no gloom in June here. Buick Encore GX, $3,000 rebate. The all-new Enclave, $1,500. Sierra HDs, 24s and 25s, $2,750 rebate. Sierra Light Duty, up to $7,000 in rebate. Also, $3,000 on all 24 and 25 Hummers in stock, and the all-new Sierra EV, $3,000 rebate. And remember, this doesn't include any dealer discounts for in-stock inventory, only at Brown & Wood.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Wow, you've been looking way more rested lately. What changed?
I finally got a new mattress from Mattress by Appointment in Washington.
Oh yeah? I thought that stuff was crazy expensive.
That's the thing. I got mine for like 60% off what you pay in a store. They do up to 80% off retail prices on big name brands like Diamond Mattress, Brooklyn Bedding, and Tempur Sealy.
Seriously? How?
It's all appointment based, so no pushy salespeople, just one-on-one help. I even took it home the same day, and I only put $1 down.
Okay, I need that info. Where do I go?
Easy. Just hit up mattressbyappointment.com and book a time. Trust me, you'll sleep like a legend.
It's bow time. Bojangles is shaking up breakfast with the return of its sausage Bowberry biscuit. Savory, sizzling, country-style sausage topped with a drizzle of sweet icing, served on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit stuffed with bowberries. Just when you thought you knew where breakfast was going, Bojangles flips the script. But head to Bojangles soon, because even though breakfast is served all day, the sausage Bowberry biscuit is here for a limited time. Order yours today. It's bow time.
Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of...
Are you dare to walk the plank, matey?
Stop it, you're killing me.
Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. We'll take you to the edge. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. And you can kick off the week on Mondays with sports trivia with our very own Clip Rock. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays is acoustic night. Thursdays you can enjoy Singo and karaoke. And then on weekends, good Lord, I'd like to buy a vowel. Get your groove on with the best live music every Saturday and Sunday. For details, check them out on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back.
La 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 la.
Bone, you going to the Buck this weekend?
I'll probably make my way there.
Probably so. All right, let's man, Dixon Williams, good dude. Pulling for him the rest of his baseball life and life.
Yeah.
Not just baseball life.
As soon as he retires from baseball, it's like, screw that guy.
We root for guys off the field as well. Let's head out now to the Pirate Radio Live line and talk to Brian North, who joins us on Pirate Radio Live on this Friday. North, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Clipper. Hope you are.
I am doing well. And, Brian, I don't want to rush away your summer or especially your kids' summer, but I don't know, any thoughts on the Blitz? Any conversations going on? Because, it does creep up on you kind of quick.
Yeah, it sure does. The only conversation, my promotion guy came up and said, "Hey, I'm ordering glow-in-the-dark wristbands for the Blitz." I said, "Okay." And that
was having a rave?
No, I don't know. He said that's what he was doing.
Okay.
I said, "Oh, are we even having the Blitz this year?" Said, "Oh."
It's news to me. What's your helmet collection at these days?
Yeah. Yep. Add to the collection. Yeah, the T-shirts have been popular for us through the years, and so and I'm hoping we're getting those again. But you can add a glow-in-the-dark wristband to it.
How many helmets you got now, you think?
Boy, personally, or
so do you have some on the set, which are awesome. Do you still have like all the old helmets that are no longer on the set?
When they go out of date, I recycle them. Yeah, I've got them at my house.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know, 60, 70, something
Man.
like that. Yeah. I think one day I'll auction them off or sell them or do something for charity. I don't know, but the plan was to kind of display some of the cooler ones, but I've amassed too many at this point.
Yeah.
We got to do with them.
Well, it's like anything. Like, man, it's cool to have, but then you're like, well, what do I do with them? And they're a little bulky, so it's kind of tough to put them on a shelf in a room. So you're just kind of stuck with them, I guess, after a while.
Yeah, I mean, people will want them. I could easily find a home for them.
Yeah.
So, like I said, well, someday it'll hit me, and we'll start, give them out to museums or schools or auction them or do something. We'll definitely have some fun with it. But there's some pretty good ones, especially the schools that rotate them out like every year. So I've got some schools I've got a lot more than others. Like I've got one D.H. Conley helmet. Sorry, Clipper. So I don't have any to hand out there. But J.H. Rose, I got plenty of those if you want a J.H. Rose helmet for your room.
I'm good on that one. Brian, you send Luke to Morehead City this week, covering the Big Rock?
The bosses are sending him, yeah. He's getting his full Big Rock experience, including the one they boated today. The Shenandoah boated one today, and, we're getting down to it where you take your chance because there's too much money out there not to try to haul one of those things into your boat.
Yeah, could have a photo finish coming up this weekend. It sounds like, Brian, from folks I've talked to, it's a very cool experience, but it kind of gets redundant, I guess, after a while. But you've had a lot of number twos come through, WNCT Channel 9, when it comes to, from your sports days and everything there. Do you see that, like, excitement year one, and then it's like, okay, I'll go back, but yeah, is there anything different this year? It's kind of the same deal.
I kind of equate it to my NASCAR knowledge through the years. There's a big steep learning curve, and then you get to know a lot of the different angles. And there's always people stories, but after a while, you kind of reach a saturation point. It kind of is all the same, except just different characters now in doing it. So I tend to take a lot of vacation around this time of year. I keep an eye on it, but I don't feel like I have to be there because I've kind of been there, done that, and hit a lot of those angles. But it's good for the young people to educate themselves and kind of try to find new stories for it. So I think there's a good 7-year window, 8-year window of learning something new every year about it, because every year you can start stacking that knowledge. But the excitement still is for the crowds to see those fish and for people who don't go out and fish. And so it's our job as media members to kind of explain to them everything that's happening to understand the interest in it.
I was wondering, Brian, if the Michael Jordan's was out there, and you get pictures of him on his boat, and it creates headlines not just for Eastern North Carolina, but state and national news. And I almost got a little worried, like, is this going to become a TMZ event where I was going to say Paris Hilton. That's not, that's old. Sydney Sweeney, is that her name? Like some actor or actress gets on a boat for a day just to get some photo ops. But seems like that hasn't happened, Brian. Seems like the real deal fishermen are out there every year, and it hasn't become a look at me event yet. Anyway.
Well, it's because it's not. On those smaller boats, it's not real smooth sailing. I don't think it's like a day at the beach for a lot of people.
Right.
And I kind of have legs for it and the stomach for it, and so I don't think it's glorious for everybody. I think Michael Jordan likes it because of the competitive side of it, and he does have a little bit bigger boat, so maybe the waves don't affect him as much. But no, I don't think there's a lot of glamour just sitting on this boat, baking in the sun and the humidity, and getting tossed around for a lot of these celebrities to want to be seen there.
Brian, they got underway in Omaha today, and you got Coastal Carolina there. You got Murray State there if you're rooting for the underdog. You got little SEC, old Pac-12 flavor, a little bit of ACC as well. Any interest in the College World Series this year?
Always interested, and I've been to Omaha, so that always, to me, makes a difference when you've been there and you kind of understand the pageantry, not watching it on TV, but experiencing it and understanding how much the city embraces it and how the fans flock to it and the little traditions that happen around the stadium. And so I'm always interested. I'm not going to be watching every pitch, but I will keep an eye on it. I always remember they used to have this row of flamingos, and each flamingo would have a school emblem on it or initials on it. And then when you suffer your 2 losses, you get a hood put over your flamingo. So I always have that image in my head of the teams as they get eliminated. The flamingo gets the black hood over it. So I think about stuff like that. So when I'm keeping track of the double elimination and who's there, and the excitement for a school like a Murray State, even a Coastal Carolina who's won it before, but this is their first trip back there since then. And so whole new cast of characters. And so, yeah, I definitely am immersed in that side of it. Not so much the players and the stars of tomorrow. I mean, you'll pick up on some of that, but I just love it for the fans and the pageantry and for Omaha itself.
Brian, I could probably give you 3 guesses as to what I'll be watching in the sports world tonight, and I don't know if you could name it. I'm going to be watching a little CFL, Canadian Football League. I watched last Thursday as Justin Hardy, who joins us every week on the show, made his 2025 debut. All he did was 8 catches, over 100 yards, and a touchdown. I swear it looks just like he was playing at ECU somehow. His beard's a little longer, maybe a gray strand or 2 in it, but that's about it. That's the only difference. Tonight, it'll be Hardy and the Red Blacks against Tyler Snead and the Alouettes. So you'll have a couple of Pirates up there playing tonight. But I enjoyed it. I tuned in to watch Hardy last week and found myself kind of enjoying the action. So I'm going to give the CFL another shot tonight.
Oh, I love the CFL. Wider field, of course, the 20-yard end zones and the field goal post in the middle of the end zone. The movement at the line where they can go vertical, which, has happened in the Arena League. Used to do some of that.
Yeah.
But a lot more movement and where they can get momentum off the line. Have to stay further back, I believe, on the line. The linemen do. So there's a lot of good, cool little intricacies about it. And for a guy like Justin Hardy, I don't know if he wanted to be there his first year. And it took him a little longer. But then when he bought in and realized the NFL wasn't calling, I think he's wholeheartedly into it now. And you saw the production last year and picking up right away this year. And you can make some good money in the CFL. Stanley Bryant, who's probably going to be a Hall of Famer, ECU offensive lineman, who's had a great career up there. And so, look, to me, I tell people, go there, play well, and if they like what you do, you may get a shot at the NFL, but take advantage of where you are. The CFL is nothing to sneeze at. There's pretty good production up there.
When you said you could make good money, I thought you were going to say betting on the CFL, because I did last week, because I just took Justin Hardy's props and his touchdown and came out a winner. So I'll be doing that again tonight. And
it'd be great to see, look, his team, the Red Blacks, have not had great team success. And so if he can somehow get them up into the upper echelon and back into the playoffs, that would be a huge deal, because team-wise, they have struggled ever since he's been there. So love to see it.
Brian North joining us on the Pirate Radio live line. You've got the NBA Finals, which I finally watched some of the other night, Brian. I watched the last quarter of Pacers OKC, and it was pretty good because it was a competitive game. So I might check some of that out again tonight. And the Indiana Pacers going for title number 1, right, Brian? fun. I mean, I remember the Pacers, the Reggie Miller days. You're a tad older than me. I don't know if they were, relevant before then, but they've always had a pretty steady franchise, right? Just never won the big one.
Look, Indiana's, Hoosiers, right? It's Indiana's always been basketball country, and the great success of Indiana, the university, winning a couple national titles under Bob Knight. And ABA days, I think they were pretty good. I mean, they're one of the few franchises that get absorbed by the NBA. And I think ABA, I don't know if they won any titles back then. I don't have that in my memory banks, but they've always been good but never great. The Dunking Dutchman, Rick Smits, along with Reggie Miller and Dale Davis and
the Davis, when they got Mark Jackson kind of later in his career.
Yep. And so they had some really good teams, but they were in that Jordan era and couldn't quite ever get past them. But so it's great to see for Indiana because they love their basketball in that part of the country. So that's been fun to see, and they were a big underdog in this series. So I like the fact that it's at least been a competitive series, and so that's always the neat part about it.
And a wild one last night in the Stanley Cup final, Game 4, Edmonton winning in overtime to tie that series 2-apiece. And I'm kind of surprised. I've watched, because we've had a few games go to overtime now, I've watched some of it, but I'm surprised I'm even checking on it, Brian, after the Canes lost. Maybe I'm becoming more of an overall hockey fan because this has been a fun one to watch.
It's great entertainment. Look, you got Paul Maurice, the former Hurricanes coach of the Panthers, and this is a rematch of last year that went 7 games. It really is great hockey. If you just like the theater of hockey, it's been good hockey. It's just not a traditional team with the Florida Panthers, but they are the defending Cup champs. And then you've got Edmonton, and they've got, kind of those cool retro uniforms when Wayne Gretzky was playing there, and they have a hardcore following in Canada, and all of Canada is rooting for them because they're a Canadian team that's in there of what is their national sport. So the last thing they want to see is that cup go back to Florida. So there's a little passion on that side, but the hockey has been great. It's been very competitive, riveting hockey.
North, our question of the week presented by Mac McCarthy. What has shaped your view of college athletics the most in recent years? And the way you digest it, the way you enjoy or don't enjoy it, would it be NIL, transfer portal, or conference realignment? It's throwing a lot on your plate here to think about, but which one has kind of shaped your view of college sports now?
The one that's affected me the most personally is conference realignment.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I like the traditions, and I don't necessarily embrace teams traveling across the country every week for a conference game. So that's kind of impacted me more than NIL doesn't really impact me. Good for them. They're making money. I don't think it's affected performance on the field. Transfer portal, I don't know of anybody who likes to have players and their freedom to have it. But ultimately with football, it's such an anonymous sport. They have helmets on, pads on, so it's just really warriors out there. So it's nice to know names. And they got a guy like Holton Ahlers you're glad you got to watch for 5 years at ECU. And so you'll have a few of those, but I don't know if transfer portal has affected my view as a watcher. Mm-hmm. It may affect me as a media member, but as someone watching the product, I don't think that's affected me as much as conference realignment.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I just think back to even, my childhood with the ACC tournament, and it almost felt special. Maybe that's because I was younger, but I think it had something to do with the teams that were in it, and there were no Cals, certainly, but heck, there weren't any Pitts or, in Miami's or those teams. So.
It takes time to build those kind of rivalries, right? And it's just not a natural rivalry when you're playing somebody from across the country you have no history with. Now, maybe over time you build that history, but you can't make instantaneous rivalries. They have to kind of manifest themselves.
And I really wish we could somehow buffet style our conferences, Brian, because I want ECU football to be in the biggest league possible, but I also would love them to be in a basketball conference with VCU and Richmond and Georgia, kind of like the old CAA days, and some more local teams, because just Rice and UTSA rolling into Minji's doesn't do it for me.
Sunbelt and the AAC just need to make a trade, right? Everybody needs to keep their Western teams and put them in a conference and keep the Eastern teams. It'd be a heck of a conference for ECU if they were in with JMU and Marshall and App State and Old Dominion, and what a great regional. I've been begging for that for years, but I don't I don't want the Sun Belt Texas teams and all those other things. So I think there ought to be just kind of a trade between the two conferences or something so they can get that worked out.
All right. It eventually turns into old men complaining about stuff here when Brian and I talk, and we nailed it again. North, have a good weekend, man. Appreciate you joining us. We'll check in with you again next Friday.
Sounds good, Clipper. Can't wait.
Brian North joining us, Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a time out, roll on, wrap up hour number 1, and have more for you. Still got DB, Danny Beal, Tony Dunn, Caiden Norman, Morgan Ahlers joining us on this Friday, and your comments as well. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, after this.
Army, our mission is to provide support to children with cancer and their families in North Carolina. From emotional support to financial assistance, we are here to ensure no family faces this journey alone. Guided by faith and a commitment to love and service, Riley's Army invites you to join us. Volunteer, donate, or spread the word. Together we can make a lasting difference. Visit RileysArmy.com to learn more. That's RileysArmy.com.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with an unshakable foundation. At Unshakable Builders, they don't just build houses, they build trust. From blueprints to keys, their expert team is with you every step of the way. Serving Greenville and all of Eastern North Carolina since 2009, Unshakable Builders turn visions into reality with craftsmanship you can count on. You dream it, they build it. Visit unshakablebuilders.com to start your journey home the right way. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Capital Subaru of Greenville is transforming your everyday commute into something a little more extraordinary. Subaru was just named 2025's best overall automotive brand by Consumer Reports, and there's never been a better time to drive one home. From the adventure-ready Outback to the sleek and efficient Forester, they got the perfect ride for you. In addition to their great selection of new and used car inventories, the Subaru Service Center is commanded by a team of experts, handpicked for their knowledge, passion, and promise to treat every car as if it's their own. Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalsubaruofgreenville.com.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Want to make your day better? Order a large original crust one-topping pizza from Papa John's for only $9.99. Take advantage of this awesome carry-out special now by logging on to papajohns.com and make today a pizza day for only $9.99. Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards and start earning points from your favorite menu items. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
This is Dr. McGraw from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Hey, Pirate
Pirate Nation, this is Dixon Williams, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates.
This is Carter Spivey, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Drive a little and save a lot at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They have a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, plus they offer service to all makes and models in a state-of-the-art facility. Drive a little and save a lot with a short trip to Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 264 in Washington and online at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. And the technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home, and your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. New Blue also now specializes in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Time to take another break. Something we haven't brought up on the show this week. I've been reading that East Carolina, Minges Coliseum is going to get a facelift on the floor.
Yeah, that had been talked about towards the end of last basketball season. I mean, there's been so many like different logo, like the script logo is now a thing. So they just want it to be updated, new face, fresh look.
All right, what do you want it to look like?
I like the state of North Carolina with the pirate logo in there. That's my favorite of all the ones we have. But I'm not as big of a fan as the script as everybody else.
I'm okay with the script.
Kind of looks childish, but
churlish.
Yeah, churlish.
Well, I've got a theory. Mike Schwartz, LA guy, 90210, California guy.
Yeah.
Lakers fan. We've already seen a move to Lakers-ish look in a lot of ways. So I Googled Great Western Forum, which would have been the court when Mike Schwartz was growing up watching the Lakers. And it's gold paint, gold kind of center court, and then purple on the baselines.
Okay.
So my theory is he continues to Lakerize the Pirates and goes with gold on the court and maybe the script.
So not like your typical hardwood look. It's gold.
No. You got wood. I'm saying the paint, the key.
But like the whole, the key.
Yeah.
So are you saying that it is now winning time for the Los Angeles?
Exactly. For the who?
The
Los Angeles Pirates.
The Los Angeles Pirates.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. And that's just a theory of mine. I haven't heard that anywhere, but I don't know if we ever seen that. Might have been that way back in the day. Have we ever had gold inside the key?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
All I'm hoping is it doesn't look stupid, because there's a lot of college basketball courts that look stupid.
Oh, what if we get a Greenville skyline put on it like you see some places?
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
With the hotel.
Yeah, I mean,
and maybe the Pirate Radio building can be in there somewhere.
It's their court; they can do whatever, but just don't make it look like Memphis.
Yeah,
where the logo takes up the entire court.
Or FAU, don't they have some funky stuff?
Yeah,
Oregon.
They got like palm trees.
They got trees.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah. All right. What do you want to see on the court? Jamie says Paul Skeens, no run first inning, always a no-brainer. Yeah, I missed out on that earlier today. I did take Arizona because they're plus money, and I thought they just scored the tying run, but now for some reason we've got a discussion. Oh, are they going to say it hit it hit his foot. So instead of a run scoring, we're going to have bases loaded, nobody out, with Coastal up 3-2 in the top of the sixth inning on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by The Buck. When we return, we'll do some over-under win totals in the NFL with Tony Dunn. Also, what former NFL player is sought on attempted murder charges. You could probably take a guess, but I will tell you who when we return after this.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. This is Walker Allen Volova with CopyPro, where we promise fast 3-hour service on all of your copy equipment. No need to press 1 for English for an overseas service line. All of our calls are answered right here in Greenville. Plus, we offer a free office printing analysis to help you cut costs and boost efficiency. We'll show you exactly how to save money on ink, toner, and energy. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 1-800-682-6558 and see how we can help your office run more efficiently. CopyPro, fast service, smarter printing, bringing more value to your business.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear,
Warren's Hot Dogs.
then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
UBE and PireWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWare.com. Go Pirates!
Looking for bold flavors and badass deals? Get to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville. Right now, the Badass Margarita is just $8. Yeah, you heard that right. Feast on the mouthwatering burrito burger, dig into their elote street corn dip, and treat yourself to the churro crunch shake. Wash it all down with BD's Amber Ale, just $4 all day, every day. Or sip one of their signature cocktails, like Southern Peach Tea or Daddy's Dragonberry. And don't miss half-off appetizers the last 2 hours before they close. It's not badass if it's not Bad Daddy's.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
All right. Bear down. I don't know why they say that at Arizona when they're the Wildcats, but Arizona now has a 4-3 lead over Coastal in the 6th inning. Coastal just getting the second out of the inning. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Arizona batting up 4-3. Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by DeBuck. Game 1 of the College Baseball World Series in Omaha. Another game tonight, Jarrett, and of course that game pits these two teams together.
It's not Arkansas LSU.
Nope. And it's not Murray State.
Who plays UCLA, right?
Okay, so we're going to say it's Oregon State.
And
UCLA?
Did they play UCLA?
Do they?
Oregon State plays. Who is that other team? They play.
Wait, who plays UCLA?
I thought Murray State plays UCLA.
Okay, so it's not them. So clearly, it's got to be Louisville.
Louisville, of course.
Louisville.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's the game coming up later. Tony Dunn's here. What's up, Tone?
What's up, guys?
How we doing?
I'm doing well.
Who is that NFL player that is sought for nice scoop at first and Coastal gets out of the inning for attempted murder charges? That would be Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Self-defense.
Antonio Brown faces a charge of attempted murder with a firearm, according to a warrant reviewed by several media outlets.
Yeah, apparently he went after a guy and then grabbed a security guard's gun and then chased the guy and fired off 2 shots.
What? That is out of a movie.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even his gun. He got it off another person?
Yeah, he went like full.
He was being robbed.
Was he?
That's what he says.
Well, he's not going to be out like, yeah, I tried to
they
murder.
were trying to take his jewelry.
For some reason, Tony has always been an Antonio Brown defender.
But
also, did you see the mess about him and Gavin Newsom's wife?
Yeah.
Good gosh. Like, I can't tell sometimes. Is this like AI? Is it made up? Is he... I just don't know. I need to know more about this guy.
ESPN.
Yeah. Which is the best joke.
As soon as I saw that tweet from AB about Gavin Newsom's wife, it made me think Costanza. Where it's like, oh, yeah? Well, I had sex with your wife. His wife's in a coma.
Man, the jerk store called.
Gosh.
Antonio Brown.
But
This never ends.
Barry on Twitter, I can't say the full name. It's that, troll burner thing, Barry.
Last name starts with an M.
Yeah, Mick something. He's like, it's the NFL's right around the corner when players start getting arrested and beating their wives.
Well, Pac-Man Jones got arrested. He's not in the NFL anymore. But
Again?
Yeah.
What did he do now?
Drunk in public.
Drunk in public.
Which led to assault of a officer.
Oh, interestingly, Greg Hardy got arrested again recently.
What's he up to?
Beating a family member up.
Again?
Yeah.
And then Jimmy Ward of the I think he's still with the Niners, got arrested for domestic violence.
What do we always say, Tony? No news is good news between May and August.
Yes.
We don't want to hear anything.
No injuries, no arrests.
And probably the worst thing, Terry McLaurin in a contract.
I mean, that really is the worst thing going on right now.
And that Deebo Samuel video.
Oof. Yeah, that was tough.
Oh, no. What did he do?
Wide back, no burst.
He just ran straight. And
It
looks like flattering.
It looks like Friday Debo, not Debo Samuel.
Man, y'all, yeah, okay. I'm fine with that, dude. That guy's when he puts the pads on, he's a different guy.
I mean, I get it's June. There's a lot of time till the season starts, but man,
I just don't understand the routes. There's no wiggle.
He don't need wiggle. He breaks tackles.
Yeah.
He don't need wiggle.
He's got to get like separation to catch the ball to break those tackles.
He looked like Eddie Lacy.
Yeah, unless you're gonna line him up in the backfield as a power rusher.
Okay, bring on the. I love this. A Panthers fan and a Raiders fan talking about an NFC Championship team from last year.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's a good comeback. Okay, yeah.
You wait and see. Our teams will be better than yours.
Yeah, I'm going over on my team. Are you?
Yeah, mine's 6.5. So yeah.
I'm not. I'm not going over on my team. I'm very, very nervous about this year. Let's talk some over-unders. Jared, can you revisit your list?
Yeah, I placed 3 yesterday. Did you place these or just wrote them down?
No, I just wrote them down.
Come on, man.
Dude, I've got so much locked into Justin Hardy over 4.5 catches tonight. I'm very concerned about myself and my family.
Yeah, but so the first one I did under 7.5 wins for the Indianapolis Colts. That whole thing just seems crazy. I mean, this reason kind of bad, but I mean, Jim Irsay dying, you got change of ownership.
Well, Jim Irsay dying would be a reason to have them winning more games.
I'll take him week 1 for that reason, but
the
quarterback situation.
That was not an insult, Tony. That was a let's do it for Jim.
Oh, okay. I was like, calm down.
You think I'm a complete jerk?
They got this guy out of the building.
I just finally got this owner out of the way. We can really get an organization together.
Now that if Daniel Snyder had,
But I took the Colts under 7.5.
Daniel Jones being a big reason for that. I would assume.
And Anthony Richardson as well. Over 7.5, which is plus 190 for the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah,
really love the Titans this year, and then over 9.5 for the Denver Broncos.
Yeah,
and then Chiefs to miss the playoffs plus 290.
Did you put that in?
I placed it. Yes.
All right, money where his mouth is. I jotted down a couple. I don't like to say this, but and I got my other one. I'm gonna take the Raiders off, Jarrett. Dallas over 7.5.
You got
There's
over?
a 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Now it is pricey. It's like minus 155.
Okay.
But
they don't have anybody.
What are you talking about? They got CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens.
And they've got also Miles Sanders as their running
Yeah, their
back.
backfield is
trash.
And talking to Nicole Hutchison, she said they're not looking to add any more in the running back.
Now our buddy Pat Ryder, a Raiders fan, very intelligent guy. He's a professor.
Yes,
like he's smarter.
Kinesiology.
He's a smart dude. But he's big on the running backs don't matter thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Cowboys are taking it a little too far. Where last year they bring in Ezekiel Elliott, like this will work. This is fine.
Yeah.
This year, Miles Sanders. They do have Javonte Williams, but
he's coming off a lot of
an
injuries.
injury. Yeah.
Nobody wanted him either. I mean, they got him dirt cheap.
But they'll play a third place schedule. I like Dak more than most. When I think, and I don't need him to win in the playoffs. I need regular season
available
games.
though.
I need regular season wins. He'll be fine. He's coming off.
Dak is always great with a run game. Without a run game, he is not that good.
All right, Cowboys over 7.5. All I got to do is win 8 games, 8 and 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
It turns out winning 8 games is very difficult.
If Brian Schottenheimer is what I think he is, which is just Jason Garrett again, he can
That's
go 8-9.
true. Yeah, I don't love the coach there.
I think he'll be a great head coach on his next team.
Who?
Brian Schottenheimer.
I don't think he ever will.
He's a young guy. He can work back up.
He's not that young.
Really?
No. How old do you think he is?
Like 45, 42, 45?
I'm going to say he's 50. I'm going to say he's 48.
That is good age, though. For
51.
51?
He's an old
Yeah,
fart.
this guy's going to be retiring soon.
Not in the NFL. They go to Frank Reich age of 97.
And Marty coached till he was like 80.
Yeah.
It seemed like. This one is Kendrick Perkins standing on business.
Is he the grandchild?
No, he's
Little Shotty. Is that a rapper? Little Shotty?
It is now.
Yeah, I mean, gotta be. There's a lot of Lils out there.
This is Where's My Box? Standing on business box. I need a box with business typed on it.
This one's already a loser, I can tell.
Steelers over 8.5.
Yeah. Whatever.
Easy. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing record.
He's never had Aaron Rodgers either.
Exactly.
Now he's got he usually reserves that for the wide receiver room.
The weirdness or whatever, the outrageousness.
I really want to take the over 8.5, but I don't know. Whenever I get high on it, I just hit an immediate low on the Steelers, so I don't know.
I just felt like I got so much invested in Aaron Rodgers coming into that Jets year that I was like, oh, they're going to be great. They're going to be great.
See, I didn't
then it just was a disaster. And then, it ended in that injury in the first 4 minutes of the season. And then last year was just so bad, too.
Yeah.
He wasn't awful, but he was not good.
There's a big difference between, and this this, Tony, but the Jets and the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers could get hurt, and Mason Rudolph will win like 3 or 4 14-13 games. Somehow.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny Pickett had a winning record as a starting quarterback.
That's a good point.
It can happen. 9 wins. Sign me up for Pittsburgh. And I'm going to stay in the – I thought about this just during the break because I had the Raiders up there. I wasn't feeling great about it. I was like, give me a good team.
To go under?
Somebody's going to go – no, to go over. Somebody's going to go 12-5, maybe even 13-4. Give me Baltimore. I mean, they just run through the regular season every year. They can go 12-5.
Yeah, I like that. I'm thinking under for the Bengals.
I saw their number too. I thought it was a little high. Let's get Tony's before we look at some
unders.
Over under. What did you? Whatever your list is.
All right. I think this is going to sound like some sour grapes a little bit. Atlanta under 7.5. I feel like they are a lot like the Panthers were last year, where you're coming out of rookie quarterbacks season. There's some optimism.
So is the thought that Penix is starting like day one?
So.
Okay,
I think so.
Yeah, you don't throw Kirk out there now.
So I just don't think it's going to be. I think that's a high number for them. Period. Especially with no defense at all. They're put all that investment in rookies. So I go under with Atlanta. I say under with Denver 9.5.
So he's got them over.
I mean,
you're going under. Now here's.
Again, you're trying to replicate something.
I could see either way, but that is a tough division, obviously.
Yeah, tough division, and just I mean, that's high. Like, I mean, you're talking a 10 win season to go over, and that's not just like a little number to slouch at. It's not like 7.5, 8.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they have to be really good to get 10 wins.
What'd they win last year? 9.
Yeah.
But I mean, just going off these second year quarterbacks coming in. You got unproven with Ben Johnson. You got, I mean, just I don't really like Dan Quinn. He did a great job last year, but that's another question mark.
You like Cliff Kingsbury?
I mean, he had a good 1 year with Kyler, good last year. And you got Penix in Atlanta. I think Bo Nix is in the best situation.
I'll tell you what you do. Take Washington under because that's what you want to do. Do it.
I'm just trying to defend my Broncos take here.
Put 100 on it.
100?
Yeah.
No. I think Washington's going to be good again.
You're going to win the NASCAR pool. You're going to have some money. Put 100 on Washington
Don't
under.
jinx me like that, man.
I think Chicago under.
Yeah.
8.5. It's a still.
Yeah, I looked at that
steep
too.
Climb.
Yeah.
Who's their running backs?
Do they not have? Didn't they have Swift?
They got a rookie last year, I thought.
They got Roshan Johnson.
Roshan, all right.
Bears depth shirt. They have. Yeah, they still have DeAndre Swift, Roshan Johnson.
San Francisco.
There's the running backs.
Yeah, but I mean, knowing DeAndre Swift, he'll be on IR swiftly.
Swiftly. What do you think about San Francisco? I mean, it's like, are they?
So last week, Tony, I said, man, I think this era of the 49ers is over. Then we did the teams to make the playoffs. Somehow I had them winning the division.
Guys.
And then I see they're over-under, and I'm dying to take the under. So I don't know where the hell I'm at.
What's the number at?
It's like 9.5, right? Is it 10.5? It was
10.5.
10.5.
Kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm about to just say Cardinals winning the division.
I mean, when their defense is aging out, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
they lose.
Their whole team is aging out.
They lose Fat Boy Debo.
I mean,
they got Brandon Ayuk, right?
Coming off an ACL injury. Kittle, old man.
Yeah.
McCaffrey
broken down.
McCaffrey's the key.
Trent Williams, old man.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy taking up too much money.
Paid man.
They lost a lot on Greenlaw, Ufunga. They lost a lot on defense.
Yeah, with that number, I like under, but I still believe in Kyle Shanahan. I like how Tony's doing unders, though.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of overs. I think, Panthers over 6.5. I think
6.5. They can get 7.
And I'm worried. I would be cautious taking Tampa at 9.5. I don't know if I want to go over there. I'm trying to think of that team that is the one that comes out of nowhere. I like Washington. That they can pull 10 wins out.
Yeah.
And maybe the Chargers. I like the Chargers, a 10-win team.
I think they can win 12-13.
Yeah. I don't know if Detroit, when is Detroit, how are they going to do? And what will Vrabel, I was sitting here looking at going under with New England, but then I go, well, Vrabel can.
What's their number? 8.5.
If it's 8.5,
8.5,
yeah, under.
I still think that I would go under. On
Well, you got an automatic week 1 loss, so I mean, if they can bounce back there, I like them.
I am taking, if I'm going to, God, I hate the phrase standing on business, but I keep using it. If I'm standing on business, I need to take the Packers over 9.5 because I got them winning the North.
Are the Lions 10.5?
Lions are 10.5.
I like that. I mean, it's going to be a step back year for the Lions, but after winning 15 games, what's a step back? 11?
Yeah.
I like the Lions still.
Could they win 11 and the Packers win 10?
Yeah. But then you think the Bears are going to have a bad year.
Right.
And New England, I mean, not New England, Minnesota. Like, what do you.
Yeah, that was.
I would stay away from
what's
that.
Their number?
8.5.
Yeah, no.
With a rookie quarterback.
Probably go under.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm looking at all these teams thinking these numbers are way too high for me. You know, what was it? Seattle?
I don't like.
Seattle
I was
had
just
a
looking
big
at that
number too.
8.5. I mean, it's not huge, but I would take the under.
What is this infatuation with Sam Darnold? Like, if he was still with the Vikings, I'd get it, but you're going to, I mean, night and day difference with the teams.
No Metcalf anymore. What?
Smith and Jigba is like pretty damn good.
Yeah, but you're going from Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, good run game, and Kevin O'Connell to an unproven defensive coach with slim pickings in the receiver room.
All right.
Yeah.
Which one of the, let's do this, we've probably discussed it. So the top teams, Buffalo, Philly, KC, Baltimore, Detroit, which one of those would you take to go under?
KC.
If you had to pick one. Jarrett's going with the KC demise.
It's not even biased, man. Like I just don't see how they're going to recoup.
I mean, gosh, when does Buffalo have any adversity in this? You know, are they always just going to be really good until they can't win
in the playoffs?
Yeah. I don't think Philly's the one to do it. Just with Saquon and there's so much talent on that team, and that defense is so nasty. Like
maybe to go again.
Maybe it's KC.
Yeah.
We talked about doing a segment where we have players hitting the wall. It sounds like you think there could be a KC wall.
Yeah, and I mean, I still think Patrick Mahomes is going to be great. Andy Reid, one of the best head coaches ever, but they lost a lot on the offensive line. And the last thing you want is Patrick Mahomes running 8 miles in the backfield.
All right, which one of the bottom dwellers would you take over? Jarrett's answer is the Titans. The options are Giants, Titans, Jets, Saints, Browns.
Giants, Titans.
What's the Jets number?
5.5.
I could see them winning 6.
Who?
Without expectations.
Yeah, and I really like
Jets.
Aaron Glenn. Justin Fields gets a second chance.
Do they have a good defense?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And with Aaron Glenn, he does a lot with nothing normally.
I would strangely say that Cleveland. I mean,
Joe Flacco is going to get you a couple.
Shador.
They're going to have like a Shador game. Yeah, maybe they can.
I think their defense. I mean, I guess their division is the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, Shirley, did I send you the Myles Garrett? Did you save that? I DM'd you earlier this week.
I have it, but I need to load it back into.
It's not a big deal, but if you got it, just pull it up. What he said about Aaron Rodgers.
I did not see this.
Joining the Steelers.
Give me 1 second.
It was a very brief, funny comment, but if you like football and kind of miss the old days.
Like he wants to put him in a dark room.
I got it.
Well, let's hear what he said.
I think it's a good opportunity to put him in the graveyard.
Turn it up and hit it again, Charlie.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I think it's a good opportunity to put him in the graveyard.
So I would call a graveyard a dark room, Tony.
Yeah. But you know, like his whole Halloween thing every year.
He's got the he's got his personal.
He has a graveyard in his front yard with all the quarterbacks they play.
Well, thanks, Jared. He didn't mean he actually was going to kill him. For folks wondering.
Well, hey, I mean, you said take it back to the old school days.
I think it's a good opportunity to bless you, Bailey. Good opportunity to rip his helmet off and hit him with it and say he called me the N-word.
Well, Mason Rudolph's back on the team, and he was, at a rally recently. As my Steeler friends say, Great White America, Mason Rudolph.
Let's get it started.
I just watched this Shane Gillis. Is that his name?
Yeah.
The comedian, and he's a firefighter, and they dox him, and it's just so rude.
Stand up.
Yeah, well,
no, it's a sketch.
Yeah, sketch.
He like saves a family from a burning building. It's like, are you so and so? He's like, yeah. And they're like, did you tweet this about Puerto Ricans last week?
Did
He's
you
like,
vote for this person?
He's like, what is this?
Have you watched Tires?
Oh, I got
Shane Gillis show on Netflix.
No,
it's funny. It's like it's very like old school because I don't watch a ton of comedies now, but like it's a good old comedy with it's offensive to some and it's funny. Very funny.
I'll check it out.
Offensive to some, funny to many.
Yeah, it's funny. It's good stuff. All right, Tony, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thank you.
C3 podcast rolling this off season.
Yeah, we're having good. Tuesday we're doing a giveaway, and so you can get involved in the giveaway by like subscribing on YouTube, just the kind of standard stuff, trying to build the following. But I was able to grab a bunch of like, I guess memorabilia, like historic memorabilia that was salvaged from the stadium.
Oh, wow.
When they redid it, and it's just like things like logos that were on the wall, but it's like metal stuff. And I got a box of them, so I got 36 items that were.
That's like super man cave material or football.
I mean, they're
road.
beat up a little. You know, what I mean, they need some love, but it's cool. I mean, they're like you're like, oh, that was on the back of a seat. So pretty neat. So we're gonna be giving away one of those on Tuesday, and Wesley Walls is in the works of coming on the podcast soon.
Legend.
Yeah,
Wesley. Isn't that like your favorite Panther, Shirley? Wesley Walls. Weren't you a big fan of the?
Yeah, I had his jersey.
Nice.
The tight end had a celebration. I think it was shooting. It was either shooting a gun or playing a guitar. If you could ask him what his celebration was in the end zone.
What would you be able to do that in the NFL now?
Right. Well, he could argue he's playing a guitar because I'll have to look it up, but it was one or the other. I don't recall. All right. Well, take a break. Come back. Tell you what, when we return, let's get an update with our guy, Danny Beal. He will join us here on Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Back with you after this timeout.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Looking for the perfect summer hangout? Swing by Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room for our Midday Munchies lunch menu, just $10.25 Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 3. We've got 46 cold draft beers, a killer Sunday brunch from 9 to 12:30, and our regular menu every Sunday, noon to 7. Your new Sunday Fun Day destination. Enjoy live music every Friday and Saturday, 7 to 10 p.m., and follow us on social media for more events. Check out the Repair Shop game room with pool tables, darts, and more, or kick back on our dog-friendly patio with the best staff in town. We're serving up good vibes spots at Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room all summer long, where good times are always on tap.
You don't have to choose between comfort and capability when you're behind the wheel of a 2025 Honda Pioneer 704. Rugged and reliable, it delivers the power you need on the job, the smooth shifting you want on the trail. And with Honda's exclusive quick flip seating, you get the versatility of seating 4 passengers or stowing the back seats for a full cargo bed. See the latest Honda Pioneer 704 today at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet, eye protection, close side nets and doors, and always wear seatbelts. Honda side-by-sides are for riders 16 and older.
This June, it's employee pricing time at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You heard right. You pay what we pay. Get up to $12,000 off the Motor Trend Truck of the Year, the 2025 Ram 1500. Looking for adventure? We've got employee pricing on the 2025 Jeep Wrangler and the award-winning Jeep Grand Cherokee. These deals are hotter than a Carolina summer, but only for a limited time. Hurry to Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today, where you don't need a badge to get the employee discount. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive a little, save a lot.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservation. Larry Steakhouse.
Pirate Radio.
I'll give you Blackbeard's honest opinion. You ask me, can this new captain promise you a life of prizes, plunder, and adventure? Aye.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where all the locals go for Mexican food and fun. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the Gulf of Mexico every Tuesday. A huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $8.99. On Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are only $2.99, and on Thursdays is half-price house margaritas. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Got some breaking baseball news here for ECU. Kendall Rogers reporting that Appalachian State is hiring Heath Blackman as their new pitching coach. He spent the last 3 seasons at East Carolina as director of player development. So congratulations to Heath Blackman, pitching coach now with App State. Wish I'd seen that before we talked to Danny Beal earlier today. We would have asked him about it, but we hit on some other topics with DB when he joined us a couple hours ago. Here is that.
All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, former Pirate pitcher, now with the Down East Bird Dogs, Danny Beal joining us. DB, how you doing, man?
What's going on, fellas? How are we?
We're good. Where are you at right now?
Jersey, the middle of Jersey.
All right, I'll be there at the end of this month. Maybe we'll cross paths.
There you go. Nice.
Danny, I like talking to you because we talk about your baseball career, but also you are a giant sports fan. A lot of athletes I've found are athletes because they're good at it. They don't necessarily love sports in general as a whole, but you yourself are a fan, and you were able to go see your favorite big league team recently, right?
Yeah, we were playing in Brockton earlier this week, which is like 30 minutes outside of Boston, and I have been planning this for what felt like 2 or 3 months when I saw the schedule and that we were playing a day game and that they were playing the Rays at Fenway at night. And I asked our pitching coach a couple weeks ago, I'm like, hey, just to make sure, I want to get this out there. I'm going to that game. They don't really care what we do outside of the field and stuff. It's kind of just be where you're supposed to be kind of thing. And we got the chance to go. And actually, our pitching coach trained one of their left-handed relievers, Justin Wilson, this past offseason. So he got us free tickets. We sat in the family and friends section, which was great seats. And we watched a great game. They won 4-3. We actually met the bench coach's brother-in-law as well. Got to talk to him, got cool experience, got to go to a bunch of cool bars, get a bunch of gear. So it was a really good time. It was the first time I texted you. I'd been there since 2009. So I was 8 years old. Now I'm 23 going on 24. So it was really cool.
Yeah, the pictures and videos you sent were awesome. And, you know, that it's all a lot of things commercialized these days. But looking at your videos and pictures, man, it did feel like you were almost back in time, seeing all the green and the monster and everything. Like, how was it being there in person? Did you kind of get the nostalgia feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, it sounds like cringy, and my girlfriend always makes fun of me for it. But like, I almost like walked in, and I almost like started to tear up because it's my I love the Red Sox. Like, it's literally my favorite team. I've grown up watching them, and I was like, it's the first time I could actually comprehend, like, okay, this is Fenway. These are the players. This is like who I've invested in and stuff. And it was cool to walk out there. It's like the grass looks like sponges. The wall is huge. I got to see Walker Buehler warm up really close and in person. Took a bunch of videos of that too. So it was an invaluable experience and something I'm going to remember for a long time. Wish my dad could have been there, which made it cooler, but being able to go in general was very, very cool.
I get it. I've said it on the show, and it does sound corny, but like the most beautiful sight I think my eyes have ever seen is going to RFK Stadium back in the day, and it's like a really dark concourse with light coming through where you walk in to go to your seats, and the first glimpse of the green grass and Redskins painting the end zone. And it's like noon before a 1 o'clock game. The sun's hitting it perfect. It's I'm gonna cry right now.
The sunset was perfect, and they're playing the Yankees this weekend, so we only missed it by a couple days. The Yankees-Red Sox game for me would have been very cool.
All right, well, good stuff. Well, how about Danny? I talked to folks that saw your start last Tuesday and said you looked awesome. How about since then? How you been throwing?
Yeah, no, that Tuesday start was really good. I changed a couple things up. Preparation-wise and mentally going into it, I was a lot more clear, I think, and it went well. I mean, it was against a team that coming in was on like an 8-game winning streak. Like they're playing really well. I think you'll have to look up the record. They're like 24-4 or something crazy like that. They swept us last week, but no, it went really well. Finally threw up to the caliber I can, and threw again Sunday, and had a couple. Girlfriend was there, parents were there, Todd Howell was there, as a lot of you guys know him, but. It went well again too. It was the first 3 hitters went double, single, homer to start the game, and I'm like, well, it can only go up from here. So went on, and I think I threw like 5 innings of 3-run ball, and it again felt really confident. I'm actually starting again tonight, so hopefully I can keep the train going and keep the momentum in a good spot.
That homer was a rally killer. If that guy would have doubled, who knows what would have happened.
We would have been in trouble.
But that clears the bases, and then it's gravy from there. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Good work. Good work, DB. Danny Beal joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Danny, man, we've seen obviously a lot of Pirates enter the transfer portal. I tend to focus more on the guys that are coming back because there is a nice core of players coming back for this East Carolina baseball team, including, of course, Ethan Norby, but Austin Irby, Barron behind the plate, of course, Braden Burris, who was awesome, Jack Herring, Pirate outfielder. So there are a number of guys returning to this team, which it sucks to say it this way, but like I'm thankful we have such a good group of returners in today's age.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think a lot of the players that I've talked to and been around, and I know Coach G is thinking the same thing of like, it was the same kind of thing as last year when it came to Bristol and Root. Like, if you don't want to be here, then leave. Like, we got a good enough group of leaders and guys that want to be here, and those are the guys we want to keep around, obviously. And like you said, not that anybody cares what I think, but I do think it's a little corny posting like the run it back stuff on social media. But it is cool to see them outwardly, like Coach G reposting it, the players buying into it and stuff, and being able to announce like, hey, like I want to be a Pirate, like I want to be here. I don't want to go anywhere else. Like I remember Nick Moran saying that he's seeing like Bradley and all these other guys on social media and say, hey, I'm not going anywhere. And it's special because it knows that they care. Even in a down year where they, had to win the conference tournament, they made some noise in Conway. Like they know that they have the talent and the ability and the staff around them to do so. So it'll be cool with obviously new faces on the coaching staff as well, but the core group of players that know the standard and know the culture will be there to set the new guys that come in next year and the year after and the year after. So
I mentioned Conway, Coastal Carolina. By the time we air this interview, they'll be playing in their first game in Omaha against Arizona. But what's your take on Murray State? What's your take, Danny, on 8 new teams in Omaha that weren't there last year? Is that a good sign for college baseball?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I didn't even realize last year that it was split down the middle, 4 ACC, 4 SEC, and the fact that this year you got some like old Pac-12 teams mixed in, new faces. Like it's not just the Tennessees of the world that are there. It's cool. It's especially in this age where it's like whoever buys the most expensive team normally gets there. It's very cool to see like the Murray States of the world. I mean, Coastal, but you need like those kind of teams where it's not like the SEC powerhouses that always just go. But I think it makes for a good College World Series. I think the Arkansas LSU game tomorrow night is going to be great. I think people are sleeping on Coastal still. They still think it's like a little Sun Belt team, but they've won like 100 games in a row, it feels like. They went to Auburn and won. Like, they're a good club, and I think it'll be cool. National championship rematch, too, when they play Arizona in the first round. But great games. I've got a couple teammates that played at Louisville and Oregon State, and they've been following. They actually – I think I mentioned this. The guy that played at Louisville was on the team that beat us in 19.
Yeah.
So being able to like talk shop with him about it, and they've been paying attention, and we've had it on in the clubhouse a lot, being able to watch. So it's going to be really fun to watch. I'm excited. It's the best time of the year.
Danny, your guy Coach Mack brought up a good question this week, and interesting to talk to you as an athlete that's been through two of these things, and could potentially another one if the timing was right. But he said, what has kind of shaped your view of college athletics the most the last few years? NIL, portal, conference realignment. Those were the 3 options. And of course, you were in the NIL era. You had an opportunity, if you wanted to enter the transfer portal. East Carolina, I guess, maybe saw some new teams coming into the conference, so maybe I could say you were affected by all 3 of those. But I don't know, maybe 2 different answers. As a fan, as a viewer, because you are a college sports fan, you watch college basketball, college baseball, college football. What has affected your viewing the most? Enjoyment, lack of enjoyment, maybe enjoying it more out of those 3 options?
I don't know. I mean, conference realignment's an interesting topic just because I think you're building these super conferences, which I don't – at the time I was like, I'm a traditionalist, so I was like, I want like the Pac-12. Like, I don't want UCLA playing Rutgers at noon on a Saturday. Like, that's just weird. But I think it's interesting just because it creates more competition. So I've kind of come around on conference realignment. It doesn't really bother me much anymore. The NIL aspect, I think as a lot of former athletes and coaches will say now too, I really don't like the portal. I wish it was the way that it was when I was a freshman, where if you transfer, you have to sit out a year. But it's free agency without contracts. And it's not fair to the coaches and the teams and the guys that are paying. And I think I saw something the other day. I can't remember where it was, but it was like some SEC school is doing a thing where they pay you, but if you leave before you play a game, then the money's not like you don't get the money if you don't play in a game. So it's like some sort of contractual obligation where you can't just, go take somebody's money and then get out without, filling the role that you needed to roll for getting paid. But NIL, I think it's good because of the fact that we actually finally get to get paid for our name being on stuff, our pictures being on stuff. It's a cool experience for some of these guys, but the portal just, I don't know. I think it's not real life. And you've heard Coach Calvin say it a ton. It's not the way the real world works, where it's like, well, I'm not playing here, so I'm just going to leave. Well, I don't like this place anymore. So, it's just not – you can't just do that with a job and just pick up where it's just not the way it works. So it's not realistic, but it's the way it is.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. Danny Beal joining us on the in Studio C today via video up in New Jersey. When do you guys have another home game in Kinston, Danny?
We play the Tri-City Valley Cats Tuesday to Sunday next week. And then we are home – July 4th weekend, which will be cool. We'll have a bunch of firework games and stuff like that. But we're home all next week. And if I had to guess, the timing of it would be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll probably throw in Wednesday or Thursday next week at home. So there's your update.
All right. There's your DB schedule update. Danny, I appreciate you joining us, man. Enjoyed the chat.
Beal joining us on this Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. I brought up the show Tires on Netflix earlier, and I forgot to mention, it just reminded me of it when Jarrett was talking during the break, or during that video. off air that you remind me of Shane Gillis on that show.
Really?
Yeah. The comment you just made about Denny Hamlin.
What?
And why he wasn't racing this week.
I mean, his wife had a baby. He didn't have a baby.
It's something Shane Gillis would say on that show.
Dude, you're there for what, 7 hours at most? I mean, he's got 3 kids already. I think she knows how to take care of a child.
There you go.
I'm clearly just having fun here. None of this is
Clearly,
serious.
this guy's never had a kid.
No.
I don't think I ever will or can have a kid, but it is 2025.
You don't think you will or can have a kid, but it is 2025. What does that mean?
I cannot have a child.
Like, you have a medical issue?
I'm a man. Men cannot have children.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So only the woman has the child.
Yeah, I mean, it's your kid, but you didn't have the kid.
You're getting very technical.
You had
with
a
it.
minor contribution. Is that what you're getting at?
I heard
Well,
it.
I mean,
I heard it's really minor.
I would like to call it a adequate contribution.
Man. We'll take our final break of hour 2. Come back, hour 3. Morgan Ahlers, Caiden Nerman, Norman. What's that from, Shirley?
What?
Norman.
It's not from Cheers, is it?
I'm feeling, maybe I'm off here. City Slickers?
Oh,
Norman.
yes.
Wasn't there a little cow named Norman or
Yes.
something?
Yes.
The cow.
The one that he saves and.
Which, by the way, that was not his kid. Where was the mom cow?
Oh no, the mom cow died
During childbirth.
Did you watch the movie?
Boy, that was full circle there.
That's why I said.
Norman. All right, back with you after this.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird for my friends at Shimmer Boutique. New spring arrivals are here from all your favorite brands like Kinder Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and a lot more. Shop now at shimmerboutiqueonline.com and receive free shipping on all orders over $100. And don't forget, Shimmer is your place to get your very own Parker Bird shirt, available in youth and adult sizes. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and ShimmerBoutiqueOnline.com. Go Pirates!
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get
get fucked
Here
up.
at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test? Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and, of course, all your favorites. Flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is John David Baker, offense coordinator for the ECU Pirates, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The 42nd Annual Washington Summer Festival is back on June 13th and 14th on the beautiful Washington waterfront. Enjoy live music this weekend by Craig Willard and the Embers, incredible food, local craft vendors, and a fireworks show. It's the summer kickoff you don't want to miss. For more information, visit the Summer Festival on Facebook. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. 0-2 bloop double down the right field line has Coastal in business with 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th, 4 apiece. Boy, he took that one off the dirt and was able to just golf it, little chip shot out into right field. Whoa, was that fair?
Wow. That looks like a quintessential Shirley shot there.
Little Oppo.
Little Oppo hit the line.
Little dub down the line. Can you challenge this? Oh, no, okay. They're going to intentionally walk the batter. So we're going to have 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 8th, tied at 4. Been a good one between Arizona and Coastal. Game 1 College World Series Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck.
The Buck.
I just saw Russell Wilson will become a free agent. Sorry. Russell Westbrook will become a free agent.
Yeah.
He'll probably go to a good team, but I just had a split-second thought, Jared. Russell Westbrook to the Hornets. How would you feel?
I want Chris Paul personally because I think him and LaMelo's game match up well, and that could be a good mentor-mentee. Russell Westbrook, sure.
I feel like it would give us something to watch.
Yeah.
It would be exciting. Chris Paul, I don't like Chris Paul.
All right.
And he's boring.
Yeah.
Can anybody mentor LaMelo right now?
Well, I think CP3 could be the guy. We need LaMelo to get boring.
I think LaMelo is just the poster child for generation whatever.
Well, maybe he should have finished high school.
What are we? Generation X, Y, Z?
I think this is Gen X right now.
Gen Z.
Gen Z, yes.
He's just a TikToker. Oh, my goodness. Another blooper. Son of a gun.
Well, there's your over.
No, it's not. I got 9.5.
I thought you said you had 8.5.
No, I never said that.
Sorry.
This is going to be disaster.
Disaster!
I got...
Can we play that, Shirley?
What is it?
Oh, no!
Eric Collins.
Disaster! Oh, that one. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no! Disaster! What a bad idea! Oh, my goodness!
I need to go back and find. I mean, this is Martin Luther King Day game we're talking about, so I'd have to go back a very long time. But when the Mavericks played the Hornets and P.J. Washington's shot got blocked. He's like, weak!
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I wish we could trade Eric Collins for a player.
I mean, depending on the player, sure.
I got Arizona money line just because they were underdogs, and I got over 9.5, and it's going to end Coastal 5, Arizona 4 to just really twist the knife in my back.
I mean, they put this ridiculous-looking dude on the mound. Of course he's going to let up.
He just retired. He came in with a guy on third, struck out 2. He was mowing down the guys this inning, and they get 2 little bullcrap bloop hits. I'm not going to blame this funny-looking guy.
At least you agreed he was.
Wait, what is that, Coach Hood?
Fat honky.
I mean, the guy looks in pretty good shape, but he's got that stupid bleached hair.
Yeah, and the mustache.
That does not match.
The curly mustache.
Like I said, the curtain needs to match the drapes. If you're going to go that route, just go that route.
You know what? I think we're going to have to ban Shirley from talking baseball because every time she does, it's either about butts, carpet, and drapes. It's like, it's a little risque every time we get on baseball with Shirley. Poor Jake Hunter.
Poor Jake Hunter's grandma.
I was just pointing that out. I mean, when you have, what size TV do we have?
It's a big
65-inch TV.
Yeah.
Is that the
might be 75?
65, 75 inch. You know, when you have that much cake in your face when you're sitting here in the studio watching it on TV, I mean, you can't help but point it out.
I love you like a fat kid love cake.
That's all I'm saying.
Honky check.
PJ said, "Oh my." Is that George Takei? Pitching change in Omaha. Now I'm just pulling for Coastal to score another run this inning. So at least give me my over.
The 8th?
Yeah, bottom 8. So Arizona's got 3 outs left. This looks like disaster. I just hope it's not a sign of things to come because I've got a lot of Justin Hardy going tonight. I am so locked
very
in.
Low percentage of this.
Shut up, Jerry.
So that game is at what time tonight?
I don't know.
On what channel?
I don't know.
All right. So you can catch Justin Hardy there at that time.
No, I'm pretty sure it's on CBS Sports Network, but let me double check. Tonight you've got I'm seeing radio stations. You can check out the Red Blacks all year long, TSN 1200 in Ottawa.
All right. I'll check it out.
If you're curious. Let's see. CFL broadcast schedule. Coming up. Oh, no. What date is it? June the
13th.
June the 13th?
Jeez.
Oh, no. I'm seeing CFL Plus. This game might not even be on TV.
Well, if you go to the Canadian Football League on ESPN, the most recent game they have up is Sunday, November 20th. The Argonauts beat the Blue Bombers.
And I do believe CFL.
That's all they have.
I do believe the CFL Plus is a free channel. You actually can access that.
You think so?
I believe so. Don't quote me on it, but I thought I'd read somewhere you can access it for free.
Okay. CFL Plus is the home for live streaming games. Don't miss a moment. Sign up by clicking the event. You will not be asked to sign up again. We'll see if it works. The stream will start no later. Boy, this sounds like old school. You will not be able to pause, rewind, or fast forward.
Jeez.
All CFL events and preseason games available to our Canadian, U.S., and international fans. Okay. I don't see a price.
For free?
Yeah, maybe so. I will try it tonight. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk to Morgan Ahlers, Caiden Norman, and let you know what's going on in Omaha. Coastal has taken a 5-4 lead in the bottom of the 8th. 3-0 count. This new guy struggling. Hoping Coastal can add another run. Back with you after this.
calling all young artists, dancers, gamers, and dreamers. Registration is now open for Building Hope's 5-week creative arts camp, where imagination meets inspiration. Camp includes a weekly field trip, swim days, 2 meals, and 2 snacks daily. Only $40 to register and $80 per week. Plus, sibling discounts are available. Spots are filling up fast, and camp starts June 30th. Register today at buildinghopenc.org.
The crack of the bat. The roar of the crowd. Baseball is back in Kinston. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
What's the Down East Bird Dogs pay?
The crack of the bat. The roar of the crowd. Baseball is back in Kinston. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
What's the Down East Bird Dogs pay?
Capital Subaru of Greenville is transforming your everyday commute into something a little more extraordinary. Subaru was just named 2025's best overall automotive brand by Consumer Reports, and there's never been a better time to drive one home. From the adventure-ready Outback to the sleek and efficient Forester, they got the perfect ride for you. In addition to their great selection of new and used car inventories, the Subaru Service Center is commanded by a team of experts, handpicked for their knowledge, passion, and promise to treat every car as if it's their own. Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive or online at capitalsubaruofgreenville.com.
This is Holton Ahlers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30 plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. ansonbelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holton Ahlers Show.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver. Arr, matey, this old ship's looking worse than a sea monster's backside. Look at these splintered planks, this saggy deck. It's a bloody mess.
Ah, you be right, mate. Even the galley's a disaster. Me kitchen's more like a dungeon than a place for cooking.
What we need is someone who can fix this old tub, make it shine like treasure.
Wait, I've heard of KDL Construction in Greenville. Kathy Herring and her crew do magical things with remodeling. They can fix up kitchens, bathrooms, even whole ships. Homes.
Aye, and she talks to her crew like a true captain. No surprises, just smooth sailing. I heard they got a skilled crew with cabinets, counters, and everything we need.
Aye, let's call KDL Construction, mate. It's time to turn this rust bucket into a beauty. I'm gonna visit KDLConstructionLLC.com today.
KDL Construction, turning your home from shipwrecked to ship-shape. Arr!
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Doug Henry of Greenville is ready to make you an unbeatable offer on your trade-in. Bring in any offer from CarMax and they'll beat it by $500. With over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, Doug Henry of Greenville has the perfect ride waiting for you. Check out their full inventory online at DougHenryGreenville.com. And don't miss out. Bring in your offer today and leave with a better deal. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the corner, right on the price. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Having given you a Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard update today, there are only 5 players under par, 5 golfers under par at the U.S. Open, led by J.J. Spawn, who is 4 under and leading Sam Burns and Dustin Lawrence. That is the all-time I am rich, live in a mansion name, Thurston Lawrence. Thurston. I want to hear our next guest say Thurston Lawrence in his PA voice. Morgan Ahlers joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Morgan, could you give me a good Thurston Lawrence?
Now in a quarterback for BYU, Thurston Lawrence.
Thurston Lawrence.
Thurston. Lovey.
Morgan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Good to hear.
Around in the rain.
Question of the week posed by Mac McCarthy. Morgan, you are an avid sports fan. You have had all your boys grew up playing sports. You had a D1 quarterback, a UFL, NFL quarterback, Holton Ahlers. But as far as your fandom goes for college sports, Morgan, what has impacted your enjoyment or lack thereof, or the way you view college sports the most? Your 3 options are NIL, transfer portal, and conference realignment. Which one of those has impacted your sports viewing the most in recent years?
I would say NIL, followed by transfer, followed by conference realignment, a distant third.
Okay.
I think because NIL, I think directly has a direct correlation with the transfer portal.
True. You can kind of put those hand in hand, yeah. And conference realignment, too, because everybody's flocking to the big schools, the SEC and the Big Ten. But
I would agree with that. But I think that the other two would definitely, from my standpoint, take away the enjoyment. I mean, I remember used to watching, college sports and, big games. I remember this year, Duke, Carolina were playing, and you never would miss one of those games. Years ago, you knew when they were going to be. You knew if it was going to be in a bar, a sports bar. I didn't even know they were playing, and that's just
part of that. Is not knowing who's on the teams too, and not and missing out on those personal rivalries and things like that. Jarrett, you got a question?
Yeah. Do you think Texas and Oklahoma would be big destinations for these transfers if they were still in the Big 12?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. Not as big, maybe. But.
Well, I'm going to say Oklahoma, maybe not as much, but Texas is still Texas.
Yeah.
They've got all the money in the world down there, and they're there's Texas Tech and Texas A&M and Houston and some other schools, but Texas is still Texas.
Yeah, when you got the Longhorn Network, which I don't even know if that's still a thing, but that tells you how massive. That tells you what they think about themselves, Morgan. I was shocked when they came here for the Super Regional, and people were upset that ECU fans were talking while they were singing "The Eyes of Texas" or whatever. I was like, what in the world do they think this is? Do they own? They really acted like their personal song was the national anthem or something. It was. It took Chapel Hill, North Carolina, to a new degree. I think these Texas folks might be worse.
Well, see, you mentioned Thurston earlier. They don't say Thurston in Texas. They say Thurston. I have oil money.
I do declare.
I do declare. I say, son.
Texas tea.
Yep.
No, they think a lot of themselves deep in the heart of Texas. Morgan, you got any interest in the College World Series, rooting for the underdog Murray State, Coastal, who's a friend / foe, I guess, of ECU, or anybody else in the College World Series?
Yeah, I'm kind of pulling for Coastal. I mean, I know we play them, and I mean they're from here. I thought they put on a good tournament. I know they beat us the first game, but what a game that second one time we played them, and it was a 1-0 game. And I think that both fan bases really got after each other down there. I wasn't there, but from what I heard and talking to people, that both fan bases got after it, but it was sort of a mutual respect kind of thing. So, I'm pulling for Coastal Carolina. Whether they win it or not, I don't know.
Jared, Morgan used the word I was going to add. Is it a Mike Schwartz respect thing for you? You said you like their coach a lot. Why are you pulling for Coastal?
Yeah, it's a respect thing. And just, I mean, the way Kevin Schnall conducted himself, I mean, he's worked hard. He could have gone a lot of other places, but he stayed put at Coastal knowing that his opportunity would come eventually. And, just the way he's handled everything this year has been top-notch.
Morgan had some news earlier. Heath Blackman leaving as a player development coach for East Carolina to be the pitching coach at App State. And, one thing with this Pirate success over the years has been continuity with Cliff and Palumbo. We've seen a handful of pitching coaches, but keeping Jeff Palumbo has been huge for this East Carolina success.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, Coach Palumbo does such a great job, and I think he and Cliff work so well together. They don't, you always hear that, I know what he's going to do before he does it just by looking at him. And I think that's the kind of the thing now. They trust each other so much, and they just got a really good working dynamic and coaching dynamic for the Pirates, and that's a big keep for East Carolina. But it wouldn't shock me to see some of these other schools maybe come after Coach Palumbo. And now then when that happens, he's going to have to make a decision. Do I want to stay here at East Carolina? Do I want to run my own or sail my own ship, so to speak? And hopefully we can keep him and Cliff for a long time.
Speaking of assistant coaches, speaking of Texas, former Longhorn and Temple Owl, Jalen Bond is a new assistant coach at East Carolina for basketball. I feel like I recognize the name, but maybe it's just because there's so many Jalens, and Bond is a cool name too. But got a new basketball coach in the program. You know anything about this guy, Morgan or Jared?
Really don't. I read about him last night on the release, and excited to have him here. I'm sure Coach Schwartz did his due diligence and brought in somebody that's really going to help develop the players, especially. I think that's where East Carolina's really got to work on, and got some new blood coming in with some coaches and a lot of new players, and kept a lot of good players, which is kind of exciting to see where the Pirates end up this year. I'm cautiously optimistic on this Pirate basketball season.
I was down on them going into last year. C.J. Walker and Riley were better than I anticipated them being, and it made for a fun year. I'm excited about year 2 of Jay Shane. I'm excited, Jared, because we saw it was the RJ show. A few times it was the CJ show, but we had a couple of Riley, this is my team games.
Yeah,
and I'm ready to see more of those.
I mean, Jordan Riley, just both ends of the court, offense, defense. Guy's got a good motor on him. Just hopefully keep the turnovers down this year. Yeah.
And, Morgan, you got a guy that can dunk like he does. That'll sell a few tickets. You go to the gym every night thinking you'll see a highlight. That'll get people excited.
And he definitely can. He's so explosive and so powerful. When he goes up, he's just going to try to dunk it over you. And, looking at some of the new players, the young man they got from Croatia, I watched some highlights of him shooting the basketball for somebody 6'10". We haven't had that in a long. I don't think we've ever really had that, have we? I mean, you've been around a long time too, Cliff.
As far as a big that could shoot like that, well, Jared was crapping on Brandon Johnson the other day. I had to tell him to shut his mouth, but Brandon Johnson, not quite 6'10", but a big man that would.
He's in the 6'7", 6'8" range.
Yeah.
He could shoot it, and he was very streaky, but. Hopefully we get some guys come in and step up and play a little bit and get the Pirates another big winning season.
Morgan, we'll talk about this with Caiden Norman coming up soon, but we posted this today. Jake Garcia looking for a new home at quarterback, and Michigan hosted him on a visit. That would be interesting. But Jake Garcia has been around the block with Missouri and Miami and East Carolina, and looking for one more stop in his college career. And boy, Michigan had some quarterback issues last year, so they're probably looking for any help they can get right now.
Well, don't they have a freshman in there now that's getting paid like $12 million over 4 years?
Yeah, Dave Portnoy backed up the brink.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't he the savior of Michigan football?
We shall see.
The answer apparently is no. But, if he signs with them, wish him well. I mean, if he wants to play somewhere, and, you never know. He could be, come in and make an impact, or he can just be a number on the field, or he could still be, down in Miami somewhere. I don't know. But he's not a Pirate anymore, so I'm okay.
Not a Pirate. Morgan Ahlers joining us. Let's get a Q&A with Morgan. Jarrett, Shirley, y'all got a question today?
Yeah. Within the last week, announced home series with App State. Just your thoughts on that, getting more in-state opponents into Minges.
Oh, I think it's awesome. I think, it's a 4.5-hour ride to Boone, 4-hour ride. It's a cool place to play. They've got a great environment. We can have a great environment. I just think it's a win-win for both schools.
Shirley, do you have a question?
Morgan, I'm getting ready to head out on vacay. Is there a particular vacation spot that you would love to go to that you haven't been to yet?
That's a good one. Let's see. It's been a long time. The place I'd love to go is, I think it's Banner Falls. I think it's in Vancouver, British Columbia, mountain range, and just seen pictures and video. That's one place I do want to go, and the other place is Ireland.
Ireland. All right, there you go. Morgan, it's summer music season. We were talking during the break about some concert series that are coming up. We're putting together Morgue Fest for Morgan Ahlers. Who would be your headliner? Who would be your opening act for Morgue Fest 2025?
Morgue Fest.
Maybe we should change the name.
All the acts have to be dead.
Yeah, maybe we should change the name. Ahlers Fest?
Yeah.
But who would be your acts?
Well, I mean, some of the acts I've seen recently, Brooks and Dunn was really good. Tim McGraw was really good. Some of the shows, the Eagles, I'd like to see the Eagles. I saw them one time years and years and years ago, but I'd like to see them before that.
We're going to do Hell Freezes Over Part 2?
Well, it's been frozen for a while. They've been on a desert island as much as they've been playing. But something like that would be pretty cool.
All right, little country, little classic rock coming up at Ahlers Fest 25. Morgan, what you got this weekend? DJ wedding combo again?
Yeah, well, tonight I'm actually off tonight. I've got a big wedding tomorrow, and then Sunday I'm doing a little bit of beach music down at the new Mosaic Pub they've got down in Washington on River Road. Going to be playing some beach music from 6 to 9. So.
Good deal.
Down in Washington, come on out.
No Skip Holtz in the UFL championship this year. No Holt Naylor. So I guess is Cornell Powell our rooting interest? Shall we root for Cornell?
Cornell is. He's with DC. He's had a really good year. I'm happy for Cornell.
Yeah.
Showing what he's got. Hopefully he'll get another shot in the NFL.
Yes, sir. All right, Morgan. See you, buddy.
You guys have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir. There it is. Morgan Ahlers joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Cornell and the DC Defenders.
What would your lineup be for the festival? Brockfest.
Brockfest. We're serving broccoli. Foo Fighters is always my default answer. Huh. So we'll have them headline. Opening act. Musical guest. You too. Let's see. Who's playing with Foo Fighters? Who do I want to play? Blink-182.
Oh, nice.
Old men playing whiny music.
Yeah.
Where are you? And they have to let me say, where are you during Miss You.
And I'm so sorry.
Blink-182 and Foo Fighters will be at Brockfest this year. Get your tickets now. Back with you. Caiden Norman going to join us in studio at some point, so we'll hit a Fleet Feet rundown when we return. I split. Hey, I'm up $4 today.
Nice.
I'm up, baby. Did not win the Arizona money line, but hit the over thanks to a big double late in that game by Coastal Carolina, who, by the way, beat Arizona and go to the winner's bracket of the College World Series. We'll be back with you with more. I'll tell you who is not going to hit a home run tonight, but will tomorrow, and have more for you after this.
This is Dr. McDowell here with Orthopedics East, and I'm excited to share that we've partnered with Fleet Feet to bring you a community race series that includes 3 awesome races throughout the year. Each one a local nonprofit making a real difference right here in our own town. Starting with the Big Run, benefiting Ainsley's Angels, the Glow Run, benefiting Building Hope, and Santa Dash, benefiting Riley's Army. To sign up, go to runtheeast.com. Join Orthopedics East in running for a cause and making every mile matter.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Hey O's fans, the 2025 Birdland Hawaiian shirt is here. This year, fans have 2 chances to receive one of the most popular giveaways in Birdland. Be one of the first 15,000 fans on Tuesday, July 8th, or one of the first 20,000 fans on Saturday, July 12th, for your chance to get this season's Hawaiian shirt. Join in on the fun when Tropical Vibes meets Orioles baseball. Get your tickets and be sure to arrive early. Buy tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets.
Looking for the ultimate spot on the Morehead City waterfront this summer? Then head to King Mackerel's Restaurant and Bar, where the food is fresh, the drinks are cold, and the vibes are always live. During Big Rock Week, they've got acoustic acts every day from 1 to 4 and full bands rocking the deck Thursday through Saturday. And don't miss the big one, Saturday, June 14th. It's Rock the Landing with Cooper Greer. Then Jake Sutton takes the stage that night to keep the party going. So whether you're reeling in a marlin or just soaking up the sun, come grab a bite, listen to some tasty tunes, and make your summer legendary at King Mackerel's on the waterfront in Morehead City.
Celebrate comfort, style, and savings during Bostic Sugg Furniture's Red, White, and Recline event. Declare your independence from high prices and shop Greenville's biggest and best selection of in-stock furniture and custom orders. Get comfortable and save on beautiful, stylish sofas, sectionals, and recliners. Then buy any regular price motion furniture item and get the second with an extra 40% off. Buy any Beauty Rest or Helix mattress, get a free motion base upgrade now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Get ready, Pirate Nation. The 42nd annual Washington Summer Festival is back June 13th and 14th on the beautiful Washington waterfront. Enjoy live music by Craig Woolard and the Embers, incredible food, local craft vendors, and an amazing fireworks show lighting up the sky. 2 days of fun, flavor, and family-friendly entertainment. It's the summer kickoff you don't want to miss. Come celebrate the tradition, the music, and the magic at the Washington Summer Festival. For more information, visit the Summer Festival on Facebook.
It may be hot outside, but in Russell's, the clothing is light, bright, and beautiful. Hi, I'm Rhonda with Russell's, and we have a great inventory of cool, lightweight, colorful apparel for all your summer needs. Lots of dresses, skirts, tops and tees for the ladies, and for the men, it's shorts, polos, swimwear, and t-shirts just for starters. Feel good and look even better when you shop for summer apparel at Russell's in downtown Washington, where it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Ron Ayers Motorsports is celebrating 50 years of excellence this year. Since 1975, they've been your go-to for top-tier motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, power equipment, and more. Stop by their 30,000 square foot store featuring Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Hustler mowers, and Stihl equipment, all backed by Ron Ayers' 50 years of trusted service. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville, 50 years of quality, reliability, and adventure. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes and I participating in Hawaiian Shirt Friday. You know who's very excited about Hawaiian Shirt Friday, Shirley?
Who?
Our next guest, Caiden Norman.
Oh.
Who's usually a Monday, Tuesday guy, but he said if he comes on Fridays again, give him the note ahead of time, and he said he's got a selection he would love to show off.
I have a pretty decent selection. I'm ready to go.
I'll do it next Friday if Wes does it.
I don't know if Wes does. Do you think Wes
owns one? Do you want me to call
Wes
him?
Owns ones?
Do you want me to call him? I'll call him right now.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Call him on the air.
All right, I'll call him on the air.
I just kind of want to talk to Wes. Do you know Wes?
I know Wes.
Okay.
Okay, hold on a second here.
Odds he answers his phone call.
I want to say he does because he somehow works at like 12 radio stations and is like always on. He never sleeps.
Every time I see him in here, he's got like a different radio station shirt on.
All right, I'm going to call him and put him through.
All right, let's see what we got. We want to know if Wes Hines owns a Hawaiian shirt. This is why we brought you in today, Kate.
What's the line on the answer, though?
I'm going to say no, minus 500.
No, minus 500.
Hello.
Hey, Wes, this is Shirley. You're live on the air, by the way.
Oh, my.
Hey, Wes.
What's up, bud?
Hey, man. Shirley's got a question for you.
I have a question for you, Wes.
Okay.
Do you own a Hawaiian shirt?
No.
Why didn't we think he owned one?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. You know we do Hawaiian Shirt Fridays during the summer.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think he knows that.
Well, you do now. And Jarrett said that he will wear a Hawaiian shirt next Friday if you wear a Hawaiian shirt next Friday. Do you think that you can make that happen?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, easy. Shirley, guess what I just did?
What did you just do?
Ordered my third Hawaiian shirt. Got a purple number on the way from Amazon.
Do you know how many I own? 6 of them.
6? Dang.
6 of them.
Caiden, you got how many? You got
I got a good stock of 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jared, do you have one?
Yeah, I think they're all back in Zebulon.
I'll bring him one next week.
If you were to purchase said Hawaiian shirt, where do you think you'd get it from?
Probably the same place that Clipper got it from Amazon.
Hey,
Amazon?
Wes, this shirt with taxes and everything was $14.30 something. So like, ain't gonna. Yeah, you can find a cheap one out there.
Oh yeah, if you go with Temu, which is where I got my rubber ducky one.
That was like $2.
Now,
$3.99.
Wait a minute now. If you go with Temu, it's going to take you 2 weeks to get it.
Yeah.
We got to get.
No. I'm just putting it out there, Wes, that if you enjoy the Hawaiian shirts and you would like to purchase more,
get you one.
There are other avenues.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm just putting it out there.
All right, now everybody has to ask Wes a question like we do Morgan.
Oh God.
Mine's what's for dinner tonight, Wes?
I'm going to have shrimp and I believe French fries and something else. I don't know what else.
Sounds good. Jarrett, what's your question for Wes?
Wes, got any big plans this weekend?
All the easy ones.
Hang around the house.
There you go.
Sounds like a deal.
All right, Caiden Norman.
What are you going to be doing tomorrow around 12:30?
Tomorrow at 12:30, probably laying in my bed watching something on YouTube.
Doctor Who?
No, it won't be Doctor Who.
Okay.
It'll be probably, they've got a channel called Country Life.
Okay.
And it's a bunch of documentaries, and I'm stuck in it right now.
I got you in the wormhole.
Okay.
Why did you ask him about that specific time?
You guys took all the easy questions, so I was like, what's he doing midday though?
Okay, fair enough.
What are you doing next week, Wes?
I am filling in for you.
Okay, just checking.
Wes Hines Week on Pirate Radio next week. So, Wes, hopefully you got some good stories to tell us.
Yes. And somebody mentioned Dr. Who a while ago. Who was that?
That was me, Clip Brock.
Okay. Now, so did you follow the last?
Wes, I've never seen Doctor Who. I just know you're a fan of it, and I know it's a popular thing, but I've never seen it.
Oh my!
I got a lot of catching up to do, right?
Well, I'll just put it to you this way: the way it ended 2 weeks ago was enough to make anybody want to call Disney and tell them to put their money where their mouth is and back Doctor Who for another season or two.
Oh, okay. Got him fired up. Good deal. All right, Wes. Well, appreciate it, man. Glad that you're relaxing. You seem to be working all the dang time, so glad you can have a chill weekend.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to have it. That's for sure.
All right, Wesley. We'll see you next week, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, see you, bud.
There he is. Wes Hines. I love when Wes says, I'm going to put it to you like this. He loves to drop that.
Yep.
Jamie says, Wes has said, oh my, twice. He also said Mickelson's hanging around, Jarrett.
Yeah, I think he's like, what, top 20 or something?
Is that right?
Maybe top 40, I don't know.
Yeah, I got Scotty and Morikawa. Neither are looking great, but Scotty's within, like, if he can stay within 6 shots going into tomorrow, I still like his chances.
Is this the guy a couple months ago that was so anti-golf? Now you're into it?
I'm not anti-golf. I said the Masters was overrated.
I'm putting that in the anti-golf category.
That's fine. The only golf I enjoy is EA Sports golf that I play.
Oh, the video game?
Yes.
That's actually a pretty solid game.
That is as addicting as real golf, because just like real golf, you start to know the courses, know the holes, and you're like, how can I improve on this hole? And you try to – I see why people love golf, because you go out there trying to get better each time. Mm-hmm. And I'm like that every time I hit the course with my guy.
The EA course?
The E-course. Yeah.
E-course.
All right, Caiden, I wanted to bring you on today to namely ask you about Jake Garcia potentially going to Michigan. He apparently went in for a visit.
Yeah, it's big news.
It's
big news for him, for sure.
It's for him, yeah. Somewhat surprising. I'm not going to trash the guy. He was a pretty good quarterback outside of the tons of interceptions he threw.
Great arm.
So you take the good with the bad, but there was too much bad, and they finally went to Caiden Hauser. But I had kind of forgot about him. He entered the portal during spring practice, right?
Yeah. Towards the end.
Near the end, yeah.
Near the end. And wants to close out his college career somewhere. And I know Michigan had a ton of quarterback issues last year.
Yeah, you got Davis Warren, who coming in was a starter last year, got hurt in the ReliaQuest Bowl. That's a tough one to say. An ACL. Then you have Bryce Underwood, the freshman, #1 quarterback coming in. And then
is that the guy Morgan was talking about, getting all the money?
Yeah. Yes, they got one of the biggest deals ever. Looks like he's going to be a solid quarterback, but still he's young. You still don't know what you're going to get out of him. You got Mikey Keene from the old UCF quarterback that went to Fresno State. Tremendous stats he's put up in college. A good quarterback still. Problem with Mikey Keene is he got hurt in the spring. And then you have Curb Street's younger son there as well, so also a freshman.
You call him Curb Street?
Yeah, Curb Street.
Okay.
What's his name?
Curb Street?
Curb Street.
His son went to Michigan.
Yeah, he's a freshman there as well.
What a disgrace to the family.
I know. So I think the biggest thing for Michigan is they're looking for a guy with experience. You have your guys that your starter last year near the end of the year. You have Mikey Keene, who comes in with a lot of experience, who's facing injuries. You want to make sure if you guys do face injury problems with those guys, those older guys, you at least have someone who has experience there on the roster as well.
I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction. If Jake Garcia goes to Michigan, they win a national title. Biff Poggi and Jake Garcia? You kidding me?
Honestly, like you said, Clip, he had a lot of good spurts here at ECU. He could be the next Gardner Minshew if he gets his chance again.
Did Hauser...
Never mind, I'm out.
Hauser play in the Charlotte game? Was that the first game he played in?
Towards the end, his first start was Army.
But the first time he saw action.
Yeah.
And now, so you had Biff and Jake Garcia in that game. Yeah. And now they could both be in Ann Arbor.
And we saw how much of a boost Biff gave him last year.
Yeah.
And I think
they beat Ohio State.
And honestly, I mean, what was his name? Bryce Underwood?
Yeah.
Just to have a guy behind him like Jake Garcia would do wonders.
Yeah, Jake Garcia's been around the block, many different places.
Yeah.
Many.
A guy like that's just good to pick the brain. Hey, how do you read these coverages? Just pick the brain on, hey, how's it like being a backup? Because Garcia's been a backup in many places. He started, but also, played in different roles. So it's good for younger guys to experience that.
And all you heard from guys here talking about Jake Garcia, great leader, great teammate. Yep. So, I mean, I think that'd be a great pickup for Michigan.
I mean, great teammate. I mean, he stayed in the spring pretty late when most guys who knew they weren't going to start the next year would have left a lot sooner. I think it says a lot about the guy. He wanted to make sure he got, practice in, wanted to make sure he stayed up on his skills. And, hey, I'll leave in the later spring portal. But it says a lot. He hung out, took a lot of reps in the spring practice as well, which is great for quarterbacks. One thing about quarterbacks is reps. A lot of times you're limited compared to other positions. So, wish the best for him.
One thing I look at, especially when we do our opponent previews and start talking AAC, I look at coach and quarterback continuity. But looking at from last year to this year, but looking at the total landscape of college football, Coach Mack kind of brought this up the other day. Pretty amazing, Caiden, how many different QBs will be starting for your top 10, top 15 teams this year. And I think Coach Mack said that the only one really in the top 10 with a full-time starter returning would be Drew Ahlers at Penn State. And everybody else either has a guy that they had a backup, like Texas has Arch. So, you know.
He's had a lot of experience.
Yeah. Either that or transfer guys coming into play.
That's new age college football, and people are getting more and more used to it.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot of these guys, they have some sort of experience. They might get their big shot here and see how they perform. But, the more years the transfer portal comes in, the more it's becoming more normal for all of us.
Have you thought about an outside contender this year, like Arizona State, Boise State? Who challenges Boise State as the Group of 5 team to make the playoffs this year?
Well, I don't want to be too big of a fanboy. I'm hoping ECU can push it this year, of course. I think we have a lot of good returners. We have 2 really good quarterbacks coming back, so I'm hoping that we can, have a good run this year.
I wonder who. Go ahead, Jared.
I've heard this Boise State running back, the guy taking over for Genty, is also very good. So it's going to be tough.
Here is CBS Sports. This came out in March as far as the Group of 5 teams to watch. Boise State, number 1, James Madison.
Huh.
That would be disgusting if they make it before East Carolina. Navy.
That's a shocker.
Navy returns its production headlined by Blake Horvath, who will be back at quarterback. Tulane, solid every year. They will have a new quarterback. And a new running back as well, losing an 1,000-yard rusher. UNLV.
Dan Mullen.
Love that hire.
Yep.
Big fan of that.
They can knock Boise off. That's a good one right there.
So those are some of the teams being looked at, the CBS Sports.
Speaking of UNLV, whatever happened to the guys that entered the portal like in week 3 last year? Where'd they go?
Oh, that's a good question.
What'd they do?
That quarterback, right?
Yeah, and the running back as well.
The running back was from Greenville.
Yeah, he entered, right?
Yeah.
He went to Marshall.
Okay.
I do know that one.
I'll tell you this. UNLV, speaking of Michigan quarterbacks, is said to have Alex Orji. Always fun saying his name. And Anthony Calandria, the guy from Virginia, as their quarterback options. So Matthew Solka is at James Madison. That's the dude that transferred.
I like Alex.
Fluka.
So he's at JMU?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the guy that took over for him was the old Campbell quarterback that Chris Haymeyer brought up yesterday. Was it Haj Malik?
Yeah.
He was.
Now Chris said he was
it Colorado?
Yes, I believe.
Who they got?
So no, that was their receiver.
Okay.
What was his name? Like Taj Malik.
Just put UNLV quarterback last year.
UNLV quarterback 2024. And I'm going to throw in a Malik, too.
There you go.
Haj Malik Williams transferred from UNLV from Campbell. So where's he at now? How's Malik Williams, college football 25?
Yeah, I knew he was out of eligibility.
Oh, he's done.
But guess where he is?
Just guess. NFL signed him. NFL team that signed him.
Raiders.
Guy's good, man. What can I say?
I don't know how much of a shot he's going to get.
Yeah,
Not at all. I mean, we drafted Cam Miller.
Signed as an undrafted free agent by the Raiders. All right, so he's out of college
He was
football.
fun to watch, though. He was a really exciting quarterback to watch.
But going back to UNLV, I think Alex Orji can really do a good job there. He has a way of bringing the group together.
Credit to you. You started breaking up a little bit for just getting through that.
Yeah.
Because I knew the punchline was coming, didn't know what it was going to be. But yeah.
I will say UNLV, looking at those quarterbacks, they have two really good quarterbacks. Calandria at Virginia. I mean, he's played since he was a freshman there. So, two solid guys.
You got to... There's so many you could do here. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like if you need a quarterback sneak, like a pile-up type play.
Yeah, he's great for that.
Great for that. That's
Always go to Orji for the pile-up.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Caiden, will you be a part of our Fleet Feet rundown? We'll talk about what's going on this weekend in the world of sports.
Yeah. Do I get to say the Fleet rundown?
What do you mean?
I can do the advertise it for it?
If I can find the script, you can.
Nice.
Are you gambling on anything these days?
No, I'm waiting. I mean, I
got some football bets for you tonight.
Canadian football?
Yep.
That Justin Hardy one, I should have got on along with that 2 weeks ago.
I got two. He's playing tonight.
Well, I might ride.
We're riding, baby.
Let's ride.
We'll tell you about that and more after these words.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Here with Brian Cook, the comptroller for Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. So many times people have problems with their automobile, and finding a service department that you can trust not to upsell you on something you really don't need, but to go in, diagnose the problem, and solve the problem.
Yeah, we're really here to pass along any kind of savings we can to pirates in the area. We take pride in offering a discounted labor rate compared to some of the other places, but give the same quality that technicians can provide.
Greenville Motor Company, Greenville Auto World. Try us, trust us at drivehерenow.com.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Hey, Righty, you feeling okay? You've been dragging all day.
Ugh, don't even talk to me, Lefty. These shoes are a disaster. My arch is crying.
Dude, we have to go to Fleet Feet. They have a 3D scanner to customize shoes for every foot.
Wait, like custom fit? For me?
Yes, you and me. They have the top brands such as OnCloud, Brooks, and Hoka, plus many more. Fleet Feet, where fit happens. Schedule your appointment at fleetfeet.com or come in today and treat your feet right. Find your perfect pair at Fleet Feet.
This summer, the Greenville Yard Gnomes are back at historic Guy Smith Stadium.
Hey there, it's me, Gnomeo, the Yard Gnomes mascot. You've heard of gnomes bringing good luck, right? Well, I'm here to bring you great baseball and tons of fun, too. We're excited to have a great team, including a few ECU baseball players this year.
Season tickets are on sale now, so visit yardgnomesbaseball.com to get yours today.
We'll have great food, cold drinks, and fun games for everyone. Come out and hang with your gnomies this summer and have some fun at the ballpark with us, the Greenville Yard Gnomes.
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Slow computers, constant crashes, long wait times for IT support, and worries about cybersecurity. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
Pirate Radio, proudly serving the Pirate Nation for over 20 years. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Wings Over Greenville just spiced things up with the all-new chili lime flavor. It's a burst of lime with a kick of heat. You can download the Wings Over app and join the Frequent Flyer Club. You can earn points, unlock exclusive deals, and redeem for free food. And save your to-go orders, order ahead, and skip the line. If you're a first-time app user, you can get free tenders just for signing up. And when you order delivery through the app, you skip the middleman. No extra fees from third-party apps like Uber Eats or DoorDash. And don't forget to use the promo code PIRATE25 for 10% off your meal. So fly smart. Download the Wings Over app today or order now at wingsover.com. Wings Over, they deliver. And is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. Contact the professionals at CopyPro, where they promise fast 3-hour service on all your office printing devices. Contact Walker Allen Volava today for a free office printing analysis to help you cut costs and boost efficiency. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 756-3175. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Caiden Norman and I talking a little cooking.
Ooh.
Talking food.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out, well.
Yeah, let's not.
Okay. We do have a good topic for the Fleet Feet Rundown. Jamie says it's Friday the 13th. My daughter was born on a Friday the 13th.
Whoa.
And through her first 16 years, I can say she is not the spawn of Satan.
Nice.
And has been a perfect child. So I hope that continues.
Hashtag girl dad.
Is that with the I or a U?
Clip, are you an I or a you girl? Girl.
I'm a girl. Yeah, I don't do the girl dad.
No?
Yeah, you seem like a normal person.
Shirley, I don't have a script for Fleet Feet, so we'll have Alex Harper say it. You can try to say what he's saying.
No.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, they run for you.
Jamie's suggestion for a rundown topic would be favorite horror movie on Friday the 13th.
Mine would probably be Scream.
Damn, that's what I was going to say.
I saw Scary Movie before I saw Scream, and when I watched Scream for the first time, I was like, this is a comedy, right? Like, this is supposed to be funny. And apparently not.
It was funny when Drew Barrymore was the big star and she got killed minutes into the movie.
The call is from coming inside the house.
I think you said that backwards.
I did.
It makes sense. Scream. I liked The Ring when that came out.
I have not seen that yet.
That was scary. Caiden.
I don't really like scary movies. I don't like being scared. But if I had to pick one, I would pick The Boy. Is that right? The Boy, the one in the English countryside.
Okay.
And everyone thought the doll was moving around, but it was the guy inside the walls.
Oh,
dang! I've seen a movie called.
I hate that you spoiled that because that sounds interesting.
Oh, I did spoil it a little
I wish you'd have said it wasn't that; it was something else. But
I saw a movie when I was like a kid called Crawl Space, and it was about this banker guy. He forecloses on a house, kicks somebody out of their house, and then the banker guy buys the house. And then the guy who he kicked out lives in the crawl space and like kills the whole family. It was very traumatizing to watch as like an 11-year-old.
That's tough. There's a word for that. Is it a name of an animal? What's it called when you live inside?
Well, would Jaws be? I don't consider Jaws a horror movie.
I could.
I mean, it's traumatized me to where I don't like the ocean, but
you're gonna need a bigger boat.
Which, by the way, will be in theaters August 29th through September 4th for a re-release.
Frogging. It's called frogging. I knew there was an animal involved, but this is frogging with a PH. It is described when someone secretly lives inside a house, especially in areas like attics, crawl spaces, or within the walls.
Squatters' rights.
That is creepy. Shirley, what's your favorite horror?
It's got to be Poltergeist.
PJ says Poltergeist. Scott names a couple. Child's Play, he said. Along with some others.
Friday the 13th, Part 5. Just because I remember watching it with a friend of mine who was an absolute, one of those people that just lives for horror films. And he made me watch it one afternoon, but the problem was that he kept cracking jokes while we were watching the movie, so it just made it funny.
Well, yeah, once you get down the line with those Friday the 13th movies, it gets funny.
Yeah, it does get funny, but those movies don't entertain me at all. But the other one that kind of scared the bejesus out of me is It. The original It, not the second
that when I was
iteration.
Freaking me out. If you like scary things and haven't seen The Haunting of Hill House, it's 7 years old now, but it's on Netflix and it's good.
That was
and
good.
It's the same guy made some other ones. The Fall of the House of Usher, Midnight Mass, and Haunting of Bly Manor are all the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And they're all. You know what? I don't think I've
Blythe
watched.
Manor is really good.
I don't think I've watched that one. I've watched all the other
good.
ones.
It's good, but it is very creepy.
All right.
There was one that kind of, it wasn't necessarily a horror movie per se. It was more kind of, I guess you could say, paranormal. But oh gosh, the lady in the black dress, I believe, is the name of it. It's got Daniel Radcliffe, aka Harry Potter. It was one of his
reprising his role as Harry Potter.
No, it was a post Harry Potter movie, but it had a lot of jump scares in it.
I hate jump scares.
And
scare me without jump scares. That's my challenge to you directors out there.
Well, the problem was that I was a youth director for some high school kids at the time, and they drugged me to this movie. They said, "Hey, we're going to have a youth outing." And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do a youth outing." They're like, "We're going to the movies." I'm like, "All right, we'll go to the movies." They failed to tell me that was the movie we were going to go see, and I had to apologize to one of my kids' parents because I sat in his lap just about the entire movie. I was so terrified.
A lot of inappropriate things happening. Shirley was drugged. She was in a lap.
Yeah.
Dragged, not
All
drugged.
Right. What's going on this weekend in sports? The College World Series is underway. Coastal won.
I will admit that I watch scary movies like a giant wuss. Like,
I am. I'm a total wuss.
You know, when the music starts, something's about to happen. I'll start like scrolling on Twitter.
Yeah.
Kind of half looking. Just like I know something's about to happen.
I'll cover my eyes.
That's when all of a sudden, I got to excuse myself. I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah. Popcorn break. College World Series, J-Bone. We have a winner already today. That winner is Coastal Carolina.
Yep. Good game. Good team. Hope they keep going.
Tonight, Oregon State and Louisville.
Louisville, yeah.
2 games tomorrow. as well with Murray State, UCLA.
And Arkansas, LSU.
And the SEC Showdown, Arkansas, LSU. Earlier this week, Caiden, to rehash this for the 87th time, every time I pick a guy to hit a home run, he hits one the next day. And it pisses me off. It happened with Acuna the other day. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start giving y'all free winners. I'm going to tell you who I'm betting on to hit a home run tonight. Don't do it tonight. Do it tomorrow. Well, Wednesday I had Christian Walker. He hit a bomb.
Bang.
Wait, that night?
Yes. Yesterday I had Isaac Paredes.
Bang.
Of the Astros. He hit a home run. So now I've won.
Paredes gets into one. High and deep to left field. All the way back and gone. Number 15 on.
2 days in a row, I'm placing these bets, trying to help people, but right now I'm helping myself. So my player tonight is Matt Olson. Now, don't bet on him. You bet on him tomorrow if he doesn't hit one tonight.
Don't you go betting that now.
But he might hit one tonight.
But he might hit one tonight.
So what's your methodology? Oh, my goodness. Methodology.
Methodology?
Yeah, I forgot.
Methodology.
What's your methodology behind this?
Nothing really. The Astros were playing the White Sox, and the White Sox stink.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, and the Astros are playing at home. Tonight is Braves are facing a righty. They're at home. Matt Olson, lefty.
So you're just shooting from the hip almost.
Pretty much.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
There's sometimes you got to do that.
But Matt Olson is my guy. If he doesn't hit one tonight, double down on it tomorrow. AAC football predictions are on this list.
Yeah, Media Day going to be in Charlotte this year.
That's right.
Yeah, you going, Caiden?
Am I going?
Yeah,
representing the whole Naylor
I
show?
feel like that would be a good outing for you and Holton.
Honestly, we should do that.
Yeah.
Is there like a certain qualification media has to hit?
I don't know. I feel like Holton probably knows some of the AAC folks.
And it's open to fans, so even if you just want to go as a fan.
No, I want the credentials.
Yeah, that's what I was
How many
thinking.
fans are going to be there?
2. But so what I was thinking for this was best, worst, most surprising team in the American Athletic Conference.
So they've released it.
What?
No, he's asking for our predictions.
Oh, our predictions before the prediction.
Let me look at the teams.
Yeah.
What I think they're like the
your prediction.
What do you think is going to happen,
You
dude?
go first. All right, worst. I'll go for the worst. We'll do worst first together. Worst. I'm gonna go with Tulsa.
Same.
I'm going to go UAB. Trent Dilfer's in over his head.
See, that's a big reason why I want to go. I got some questions for Trent Dilfer.
All right, what was your other one?
Best.
Well, there's a third though, right?
Most surprising.
I'll do most surprising second.
Dude.
I'm going to go with
Okay.
Charlotte, most surprising.
In a good way?
Yes. Tim Albin, love him.
Albin,
same thing.
Albin.
Didn't mean to correct you there, but
Albin in the 49ers.
I like that. I don't want to choose the same one as you though. I'm gonna go Navy.
All right.
I think they're gonna have a year that Army had last year.
Dang.
Give me... Who's South Florida's coach?
Actually, take that back. I'll go surprising. Army has a reverse year this year.
Okay.
Not like one win, but I think they'll be like 5-6 winners.
Yeah.
They're losing a really solid quarterback.
Losing a lot of players.
Yeah.
Just in general.
But quarterback in that system, you got to have a solid quarterback.
Yeah.
They might have one, but it's hard to replace.
South Florida wins 10 games.
Dang.
10 games.
Yeah, I don't know. I hadn't looked up any of this stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What you got?
For best?
Surprising.
Charlotte.
Oh, okay, you said that.
Best, I'll go Tulane just because they are consistent.
Yeah.
Every year.
I'll go Tulane or East Carolina.
East.
I'm going East Carolina.
Green.
There's no second guessing on that one.
Yeah?
There's no second guessing that one.
So 10-11?
Like, I looked at the Yahoo/college football report, and it had like all of our games at 50-50, and the ones I expected to lose was State. I think it was Army and BYU.
Oh, we did.
Yeah. But there was so many games on there that I'm like, these are winnable games. They're not even 50-50 games. These are ECU winnable games. I think the losses are accurate. There could be 3 losses. I think it's those losses. I don't think any other losses are coming anywhere else.
We ranked our games from toughest to weakest, and there's like 3 different quadrants. There's the ones you got to win.
Yeah.
There's the middle of the road, and then there's your toughies with BYU, State, Tulane, and
Memphis
maybe. But it breaks down kind of nicely. Where there's 4 you absolutely have to win, and then you pull some out the other. Here are the Justin Hardy bets I have tonight.
Nice.
Justin Hardy to score the first touchdown, plus 1,500. I just put a smidge on that
How
one.
many does he have right now? None?
1 in 1 week.
Nice.
I have Justin Hardy over 4.5 catches. It sounds too good to be true. It is major juicy at minus 180.
Okay.
So I put an irresponsible amount on that.
We won't ask you about it.
And God, I hate when FanDuel does this.
You gotta remember from the heart here.
Oh, anytime touchdown.
What was that one?
200 plus 200. Put a little bit on that as well.
Which one do you feel the most confident about?
I mean, if you're willing to be a guy that puts multiple units because it's so juicy on a minus 180, over 4.5 catches.
Yeah.
He led the league in catches last year. He had 8 last week.
Can you parlay any of those together or no?
I tried to parlay the over catches with something that wouldn't allow me to, but try to experiment with that. Because last week I did parlay. I parlayed yards and touchdown.
You could probably parlay, you said the catches and his team to win.
Yeah.
That's a definite
probably do
parlay.
that. But I don't think that's, I don't know. They're like 5.5 point dogs. I only want to bet on Hardy.
I can respect that.
But Caiden, if you want to put a little 2 unit down on a minus 4 or over 4.5 catches and ride with me.
Over 4.5?
Yeah.
Man, what do you have last week?
8.
Hot target. I might have to.
All right. We'll be back to wrap it up after this.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
For pest control that packs a punch, BAM! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control. Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most, whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind. They don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville, 252-751-3160. BAM!
We're inside the Pirate Radio studios with our friends from QC Kinetics. Don, why should people use QC Kinetics?
So QC Kinetics, we're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. So we've helped about 50,000 patients get back to an active and pain-free life without surgery, without drugs, and without downtime. We leverage your body's own natural growth and healing properties to not only repair damaged tissue, but generate new.
QC Kinetics. 252-645-6458. 252-645-6458.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Overtime's Tavern is officially open in downtown Greenville. Whether you're craving a cold drink, hot meal, or just a place to unwind with friends in a laid-back atmosphere, we've got you covered. Join us daily from 11 a.m. to midnight every day or stick around for our late-night hours on the weekends. Follow Overtime Tavern on Facebook or Instagram for daily specials and events, including live music. OT's is right across from the Sheets on Charles Boulevard in downtown Greenville. Overtime's Tavern, where every hour feels like overtime.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Ahoy there, mates! Welcome to Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Tune in for tales of the high seas, shanties of old, and the echo of the waves crashing against our brave vessels. Join the crew and let the adventure begin.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
It was a rough day for the stock market. The Dow dropped 769 points and closed at 42,197. The NASDAQ dipped 255 points at 19,406. S&P ended the week down 68 at 5,976. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
All right. Wrapping it up. Caiden, good Friday treat. Thanks for joining us, man.
I know.
Enjoy it.
A lot of Rangoon talk.
A lot of Rangoon talk during the break.
Rangoons.
Big Rangoon
Crab
guy.
Rangoons.
Shirley, have fun next week.
I shall.
We'll see you when you return.
I'll be back on the 23rd.
Wes Hines will be filling in next week, so that'll be a real treat. Caiden, we might get you back on Monday or Tuesday. Is that too soon? Or do you want to be a Friday summer guy?
I kind of want to be a Friday summer guy.
All right. Next Friday. Yeah. Hawaiian shirt Friday.
Shirt.
Let's do that.
Let's switch it up for the summer. And
then
when football season, we'll come back to Mondays.
Love it. For Shirley Rhodes, J-Bone, Caiden Norman, and the crew, I'm Clip Brock. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you Monday. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive